Could I also bring Laurie along if he is willing?
Well, that's a conversation we'll have to have, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't find Laurie and give him a poke.
Okay. Okie dokie. Well, we'll come to that in a minute. We'll let you do your starty talky first. Well, I need to do no introduction. This is a fully experienced table of adventurers who know exactly what they're doing. We're past the point where I need to crowbar you into the scenario. You're going to kill this dragon because you want to.
The dragon owes me half a tower.
You
robbed his ass.
temple.
You got enough money to buy another tower. And put pink curtains in there and everything.
Don't split hairs over this, alright? This is our temple, alright?
I fully appreciate that, but
technically, I think he's already paid us because we might have taken all his money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the pay increase you were talking about
Yes.
3 weeks ago.
Alright.
It is the low-level hypocrisy I expect from this party. That dragon stole my money!
After we robbed him, absolutely robbed him, fucking robbed him. Yes.
Or $250,000 gold.
Stick with the story.
If I give you 1,000 gold for the next 12 months.
Yeah.
Good evening, also.
I'll take a grand.
Well, we haven't started yet. We've just been
$1,000 for the next 12 months.
We've been chatting. That's fine.
Yes, for
I figured that would happen.
I know he's got more.
a loyal follower
Wait, all each month, right?
for the next 12 months.
A whole, just $1 grand across the 12 months.
Yes.
Who's getting that?
I'll take it because when he dies, I'll be inheriting the
Right, I
fucking
was getting
responsibilities
$1,000 a
anyway.
month. I
No.
think I need to
You get
negotiate.
1,000 gold.
No, I'm just getting
For
the
the
money.
year's worth of work.
I don't really spend my money.
We had
I
a.
paid
be
Grandma
honest-
500 gold
Never
a
had a
month.
chance.
I don't think
What?
this.
Hey, you paid who?
That's lower than his level dictates.
You're paying who?
Dramos 500 gold pieces a month, although technically he's paying me, but I don't know about that.
Regardless of what I may or may not do for the Harbinger, I get paid.
Woo.
If I get paid,
Ooh,
if I don't get paid on time,
What did we
there are
say? 1,000?
consequences.
I like his dark ways.
There we go.
We were having a conversation the other day. We looked up the Kool-Aid conversation. You heard the expression about drinking the Kool-Aid, haven't you?
I have now.
Before 9/11, the greatest loss of civilian life in America was attributed to a cult who poisoned Kool-Aid and managed to convince 900 people to drink it together, so they all mass suicide,
That's
basically.
Jim
Jones.
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
Jones.
Do you know what his religion was called? Temple of the People.
Oh.
Was it? Is that where you got it from?
No!
Are you sure?
We were just reading up the details of it, and I was like, oh my god.
Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
There's like CD recordings of the bands that were in the group, and they made songs together and stuff. It was a real twist of the.
There's one that Netflix that just come up about a cult I'm going to watch.
Oh yes, the one
Start taking
where
notes.
it started as a happy hippie.
Yeah. It was all very interesting stuff. Anyway, back to the
They
story.
all start like that.
So, yeah, I'm already in town, Mr. Reinhold.
Yes, you are. Yes,
$1,000
you've just finished your elven negotiation, really.
Are we...
Day after.
Okay. Have I seen Laurie at all? Or would I...
You haven't of late. No, you haven't seen him. Certainly haven't seen him in town.
Busy at the tower.
We need Laurie. I'm going to use the level spell Sending. We're going to take on the dragon.
Stop.
Meet us in town. Find me at the market. Let's finish him. Praise Darius.
Is the dragon in town?
I'm not replying.
Come anyway.
That man's just like Ethan Hawke, Mission Impossible style, running down from the tower.
Right. I'm at the tower,
Yeah.
and if I bump into Laurie and he asks me, I've said, I don't know what he's talking about. But I'm going into town. I might be gone a few days. Look after this place.
What's that story?
No, I understand that the dragon might be in town.
Well, the dragon's not in town.
Look, we don't have time. I know you're the head of the temple and everything, but we don't have time for a slow conversation. The dragon's there. We need to be there now.
The dragon's not in the town. We think
You can't.
the dragon is somewhere to the north. Has he gone? Fuck's sake. I'll run after
I
him.
like the control you have over your staff.
Well, it's not my staff. I mean,
It's a delusional control, isn't it?
well,
You
yeah.
do move faster than Laurie,
A
so
lot
you
quicker.
would catch up with him.
Just skipping
Laurie!
alongside him.
He's not in town, I've told you. He's somewhere, I think, he's somewhere to the north.
How do you know?
Well, I've been there. Well, I've been to his lair.
Sounds like you're just saying stuff again without any actual knowledge.
No. Where
Like
do
you
you
just
think?
said, he's not in town, like you knew.
Welcome to the church.
Well,
Could be in town.
well, if he's in town, the town ain't there anymore.
Well,
Let's
then we need
face
to
it.
get revenge on him.
Well, that I agree with. Let me just go and meet with the rest of the group first,
Look,
and then we'll be coming back up this way. Because, as I said, I think his lair is on an island in the lake far to the northeast. Go on inside.
you wouldn't lie to me, would you? That would be dishonourable.
It would be.
Darius
dishonourable.
wouldn't like it if you lied.
I'm not lying to you. That is where I believe the dragon is at the moment.
Okay, to the north.
Northeast. I'll
Northeast.
actually get a map out and I'll show him.
He's gonna 1v1
Oh,
this
God,
fucker,
yeah.
isn't he? He's just gonna
Where's
charge on.
Laurie? You met
Aha!
3 days ago.
Look,
Find my corpse in
It's-
3 days.
we are there,
Aha!
and I think he's there.
I'm going to need a boat.
Well, I'm not 100%. I'm going to use magical means to when we actually set off to actually find our way there. So we will know for sure. And yes, well, we can use magical means to get over the water. And that is probably what we will do. We will not require a boat.
Well, I've taken a few days to recover after that nasty incident where I fell unconscious the last time I fought it.
Yes.
Must have hit me pretty hard.
I think it was probably the fall.
No.
I don't think the
No,
dragon.
I'm pretty sure that I fell unconscious when I was fighting it, not from any falling.
Maybe that's why you fell off.
Maybe. The important thing is here that Darius would not want us to spend time dilly-dallying and talking about it. You could be up there, hitting him.
I fully agree. But we need to come up with a plan to
Yes.
ensure that we are likely to survive this. At least most of us are likely to survive.
The only reason he succeeded last time was because he faced only one priest of Darius.
Yes, and this time he will be facing 4.
Yes, and I've never been more pious.
Oh man, I'd be one.
Again, I cannot disagree with you there. Let me go into town. I will be meeting up with the Harbinger.
You're coming back today, though, right? We're going today.
Yes, we
You're not
will
going
be-
into town and getting distracted.
No. I need to sort out. I have a problem.
It sounds like a distraction to me.
It's a It's a minor issue.
It's got a
But
dodgy sack.
I would prefer to have the backing of the group behind me when I do it.
Well, you're the High Priest, and I'm sure you know what you're doing. But as a mark of honour between us, as brothers of Darius, I think we should make a little arrangement.
What would you suggest?
Well, if you're not back by, say, early afternoon, because you get distracted in town, then the next time we see you, I get to take a punch. And you don't do anything about it. You just take it. Now, as long as you're telling the truth, there'll be no reason to delay here, would there?
What time is it now?
It's early morning.
What's early morning? I need to know because I want to know how long it's going to take me to get to the town.
We need to work it
how
out.
long it's going to take me to get
8
back.
o'clock in the morning.
8 in the morning, mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. So 3.
3.
All
I
right.
need time to get into the town.
Well, you're always bragging about how fast you are.
Well, I am quick.
All right, so we're agreed then.
We are
If you're not
agreed.
back by 3, I get to hit you really hard.
Once.
And you don't do anything about it.
I shall not do anything about it, but you must. You get to try and hit me once. It's no good saying you're going to hit me and then, waft your fist past my face.
When I say I'm going to hit you, I mean it.
I fully understand.
Yes.
You've got the sand down in this place yet, or is it?
No?
Yeah, I thought I'd asked you to sort out a new fighting area.
This is not time for chores. There's a dragon up north. Now go. Do your shopping, your laundry, or whatever it is you have to do, and then get back here.
3 o'clock.
Right.
The High Priest. Quarter.
Look after the tower while I'm gone.
I'm not good at administration. When you say look after tower, that means find someone who needs training.
Defend the tower while I'm gone.
That dragon comes, I'll be ready for him.
Good. I hope so.
Yeah, I'm going to face him straight on. Look him in the eye and let him breathe on me before I punch him.
Oh, that's weird.
I want him to know that he can't hurt me.
Send me a harbinger if that happens.
Oh, you better hurry up and get him back here, because I'm getting antsy.
Yes. Well, I must not delay.
Are you still here? Come on! If you want to make it back by 3, you'd better go now.
I'll make my way up to the room, grab the stuff I need. I'm taking minimal money with me.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot off to the town.
Alright, so
Quickly.
you shoot off back to town. Power walking all the way.
Absolutely.
Shin splints.
It's been what, a day since the whole thing at the docks?
Elven Quarter.
You had a full day since then, really, haven't you?
This is like the day after.
Yeah, the docks happened, didn't they?
I would have exclusively stayed at the Temple of Alive.
Mm-hmm.
As in, I wouldn't
The room
have
you
actually
stayed in
left.
before, yeah.
I've not actually left the temple. Has Benedicta been around?
Benedicta has not been around.
Anyone I recognise then?
No, there's been the occasional person who comes in and puts their head in, but there are no priests serving there. So occasionally someone comes in and looks at someone and sees no priest wanders off.
I'm going to go and find Jarek before I meet. Well, I'm going to try and find him. I'll
Okay.
ask around the town until.
You find Jarek.
Can't be hard. My magnificence is visible for miles.
Probably hanging
Thank
out with
goodness I
Altiba.
can't see anything.
Yeah, where is your horse? He's coming over to my side.
I feel that Harbinger's trying to keep Altiba away from Jarek.
Yeah, I don't take Altiba with me.
It's like the perfect match.
Jarek,
Yes.
I was wondering whether I could take back that sword for a short period, the one that I loaned you.
Sword.
The one dragon flesh.
Try not to move too much.
I can't remember.
Keep the pose.
I'd have to.
With
With that sword. Sorry, Alvin. Which sword are you talking about?
I think it's that one.
It's a bit tricky at the moment. To be fair, it's.
I have another sword which you can borrow in the meantime.
Does it look as magnificent as this one?
It's pretty unique. I'll draw Tyrox Reaper.
Does it look a bit more special than?
Tyrox Reaper is a real, like, hooked abomination of a sword as it goes. It's got a black, like, edged blade with hooks on it, like gemstone hooks along the end.
Has he started chipping?
He hasn't done the sword bit yet. He's got the body shaped roughly. He's just putting your face in. There's like a huge bulge where the sword will be.
Of course, there's a huge bulge where the sword will be.
Well, if the sword's already in there, I'm just going to remove the excess stone.
All right, if you must. Yes, that sword will do, I suppose. It's.
I can make it look whatever you want. This is more of an artistic impression than a realistic thing. I mean,
Okay. Well, that's another sword. It will be fine. That one will be fine.
listen, okay. Do you still want me to maintain? You want to emphasise the muscle mass?
Of course.
He's like
Not
huge.
too much. Not too much, though. I mean, we
Not
want it-
unbelievable.
We want it to be realistic. You know, it's.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Well,
Tyrox Reaper is actually better in many ways than the other sword.
Well, it looks more interesting, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. It's.
Well, I'll return the sword to you once I'm
Oh,
done
that's,
with it.
that's very kind of you. I've actually got no plans to go anywhere just yet.
Sounds like you're going to be here for a while.
Yes, well, once this is over, I've heard that maybe the arena are after more fighters. I may try my hand there.
well, I just need to block in the main features, and I'll fill the rest in. So you can leave as soon as your main features in. It's you, the sword, Morthel's body under your foot.
That's right. Yes. Just his head, though. Yes.
Just his well, that's going to require less stone. That's fine. But yes, as soon as I've got your features chiseled in, then I can just work off sketches.
Okay. Yes. Well, that seems adequate.
All right.
Would you be interested in a sculpture being done?
No, thank you.
Yeah, it can make you look much better than you are in real life. When you're dead, this is how people remember you.
Yes. Yeah. Well, see,
I'm
the
not
thing is,
saying there's anything wrong with
I
you,
remember the fight with Morthel just well enough.
Of course, he can't make the sculpture more magnificent all the time, as you were in real life. I mean,
I don't mind. I can
look
put
at
more
me, for
bells.
instance. I mean, can you improve on perfection? I ask myself. It's. I think not.
I hope you have a wonderful day, Jack.
I can put Morthel's head under your foot as well.
That's tempting, but I've got things to do. Thank you very much for your time. Here is Tyrox Reaper.
Thank you.
I'll take your sword, and
Thank
I
you.
will.
Good hunting, whatever it is you're doing.
Don't mention what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exclusively
Yeah.
don't mention.
And then head back to the house.
So perfection, you say?
As close as you can get.
Well, I am only human.
Indeed.
Okay. Anyone else? Nope. Okay, so we can get to Corim arriving then.
Alright.
Morning.
What are we actually doing?
we're
Well,
just
first of
gathering
all-
at your house
Okay.
for a discussion.
Our house.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. We do. Yeah.
You used to live there, don't you?
I believe
You
I
haven't,
do.
you haven't retired to the catacombs yet.
Apparently they're not there.
Not in a coffin.
You were surprised to wake up this morning and find that Rasvin's had a bit of a sleepover.
I see. Don't let them near the cellar. I'm still busy in there. I haven't cleaned up properly.
It's alright, it was perfectly tidy when we.
I thought
Got
I'd get
down
them to
there.
go and investigate at some point.
Oh, yes.
So I'd open that door for you.
With the one with the blood stains next to it.
Why don't,
Yes.
we go down there?
Hmm?
Why don't we go down there?
It's a distraction.
Yes, I can afford no distractions. I have made a promise to Laurie that I should be back by mid-afternoon. So we need to be brief.
Well, I
And-
need to visit a shop tomorrow.
Look at the artist.
Visit a shop tomorrow.
Yes.
Why tomorrow?
Because what I've asked to be made will not be ready until tomorrow.
Ooh, I'm getting that punch.
But I thought we were looking at leaving today for the.
I wasn't aware there was a time frame on when we had to leave.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I do have an issue which needs to be sorted out. All the diamonds, or the majority of the diamonds that I have, are currently in this here satchel. And the last time I tried to retrieve something from the satchel, something else tried to pull me in. Now I was able to resist last time, but I would rather not that happen again. And we do. I suspect we will require what is in that satchel at some point in the future.
What had you done to the satchel to make it do this?
What is in there?
Well, just the diamonds, as far as I'm aware. Oh, and Morthal's head was in there as well.
I just saw Morthel's head and a jerk's foot apparently.
Really?
He's having it carved.
Huh.
I suppose he was there at the end, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was he? I don't.
Yeah, he
I
came
don't
out.
recall.
Popped out the flask.
He came out of the flask with
Oh,
the
yes.
half orc and
That's right. He did take it.
sour.
I think he did hit. I think he did hit more.
He contributed.
It was yes.
Didn't
The
like the
battle
killer.
of-
No, I think that
But,
was.
Keep
um,
reminding him of that every now and again.
We, if we're travelling to the lair, we need transportation. I think most of us are missing horses.
Oh, I can transform a few of us into eagles. We can have the things that go on the back. Yes, them.
I can potentially see if the stables are even manned.
Yeah.
Just see if anyone's started trading.
I could use a horse as well, to be
I
honest.
think, yeah, teleporting around's all great and fun until you actually need a horse. Okay.
So, before we do that,
Yeah.
are we sure that we want to go via land?
Yes.
Because looking at the map, like, it is just as far by water as it is by land when you get.
Well,
I
if,
have no issue.
if it is in fact here, that is.
Well, I
Water,
can.
you're a bit more of a sitting time
Let's
duck.
turn it so
Yeah,
it faces
yeah.
everybody the right way.
I can use magics to direct us to the dragon's lair.
How did we get there last time? It was through a gate, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Bruidor.
was. Yes.
We went by Bruidor, the
It was
arcane
the
portal.
cave, the crater in the ground.
Oh yes.
We needed the gems.
So we won't be doing that again. Well, unless we can find replacement gems, but I'm not willing to sacrifice anyone else in order to make them activate.
I mean, we have magics that can take us over water. I have magics that can direct us directly to the dragon's lair.
I'm happy to do it that way. I just know that we'll be exposed on the water. If we go across the surface of the water in boat or on foot, we will be exposed for a long time. There won't be anything else there to hide in or under.
I know I spoke to a few of you about it, just so everyone else is aware, since we're having a meeting. Byrne is alive. She is in the city. She is currently going under a separate alias, but she's also a point of call for potential teleportations if you want to save your stuff.
That's via Angland, isn't it?
Plane shift.
Plane shift.
But she might be able to plane shift.
We also have Tabby.
I do have the ability to plane shift multiple times as well. Well, I'm sure you'd be relatively aware of this.
Yes.
The other thing would be venture via land and water and no magical means. We've only gone through portals, not actually been through an entranceway. And if it's what I think it is, the only way that I know inside of one is through the top, straight into lava.
I presume the whole reason of this, we need to remove him as a threat. That's the...
Yes.
What if it escapes and goes further east?
We have no contingency yet, so the ultimate plan is destruction of the creature completely.
Okay, so subdue its flying ability.
Yeah, hold it where it is. And kill it.
Does anyone have any means of binding it, or... Okay, so that's a big problem.
Gargantuan, isn't it?
He's very big,
If
yes.
it was really huge, I'd have a chance, but not gargantuan.
Thick. Big boy.
If we can get past his abilities to resist magic, so I can turn him into something small where we could pick him up and drop him from an extremely high height.
Do we
Then he just
know?
transform back to what he was, isn't it?
As long as I'm concentrating, he wouldn't be able to.
Is the Templar
I need
Paradox?
to hold it for an hour. So half an hour up, just quicker down, splat. Do a lot of damage.
Can we just quickly discuss about this satchel? Because it has been preying on my mind for a number of days now, and
Stop using it.
it has.
But he wants the diamonds out of it.
So is it a bag of holding? Is that what we
Yes,
believe it?
yes, it is.
And
Satchel.
when you reach inside, I believe you think about the item that you want to retrieve. Is that how it works?
Yes, but the last time as I reached in, arms grabbed me and tried to pull me in.
What did these arms look like?
I don't know, but I sent a blast of divine energy at them. They released me.
You have more than enough money. I've seen people going into Perfect Glass. You could potentially buy a stopgap for the moment. And
I do not think this
She
will,
has
this will take
no
long.
diamonds.
rare diamonds.
Yes, these are.
Do you want me to identify the bag and see if anything has changed about it?
Yes, that would help, I think, yes. That's in the satchel.
I suggest you don't leave while I'm doing this in case these arms go out.
I
I'm just going to go down into your cellar.
I'll stand next to you. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Mason.
I'll spend 10 minutes ritual casting.
You spend 10 minutes for it.
I guess rituals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure it is. Been a long time since I've done it.
As a quick point, I would not be there for this meeting.
Yes, you're at the.
I would have sent word that if you want me, that's where I am, so you're not wondering.
Yep.
But essentially, I'm be using Druidcraft and just going around the temple and just trying to make it look better.
Okay. Yeah, touching anywhere with some greenery and making it
Yeah, just
growing. Yeah,
yeah, very unusual for me, but that's what I'm doing.
fair enough.
Okay.
if the item is if it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has left, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Not curses though.
It doesn't take a curse necessarily, but it will know if it's under any other effect of a spell, effectively.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, you spend 10 minutes and examining the bag and learning its properties. It is a satchel, which is an extra dimensional space used for storing items. It registers to you as pretty much the same as the one that you're carrying. You detect no additional spells or effects on it.
No apparent effects on it other than the item itself, which suggests something inside the bag is giving the effect.
Yes.
Now,
Prisoner.
with mine, you can ask it to expel everything, and then we'll see what's inside rather than the specific item you're going for.
Let's not ruin the crockery this morning.
Just do it outside.
It might
Yes,
be.
not maybe in the cellars.
Shall we,
No.
it's,
Your house.
might we take a quick trip to the arena?
Cool.
Maybe that would be prudent at this stage.
And then we're going after the dragon.
Yes, well, I hope this won't take too long because I do need to get back to the tower or
Or get slapped.
a meeting with Laurie.
Oh, you're so getting punched. No, well, hang on, with this creature that's inside, let's say we do let it out, whatever it is, and it decides to dimension door wherever and disappear without. Have we got means of containing it? Have you decided you even tried talking to it?
I can contain it, yes.
Okay.
I can stop it teleporting.
Because there's certain things we can do. We can put the bag in the magic circle, put you in the magic circle with it, and potentially lock you in.
Well, at the moment, I'm just concerned about getting it out of the bag at the moment.
I might be able to.
There may be more than one creature in there. How many arms actually reached up? I'm pretty sure there were more than 2 arms.
Alright. Okay.
Perhaps we should let it loose in the southern docks.
Alright, so
Okay.
How far from the arena are we?
Maybe let him loose on the other teeth.
Not that far. Not far away.
Maybe let it loose on the other teeth.
So I believe the house is in the nicer area of town.
Really?
Yeah,
What they
they won
paid
the auction
for it? Not sure it is.
it's near the Elven
And
Quarter.
the arena's down there.
Yeah, we're in the
got like
market,
a
which
dagger
is just
in
a
it.
bit of a suspect.
Pass.
It was
Yeah, just that thing in the cellar.
claimed by the militia, wasn't it? And they had an auction to raise money.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
It was popular, that was.
Still, so
Yeah.
we should check out the cellar.
Yes, I ended up with a deck of cards.
Oh, God.
Maybe
Yeah.
there's
Still got
the
those?
cards.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Hail Mary, is it?
If we're ever in deep shit, and it's got to be deep,
It's a wish.
I mean, we're talking neck deep, getting up to the mouth. I'm gonna.
Oh, God. Let's make
Well.
it 10 times worse.
Great big fuck off red dragon.
Yeah.
Think we could be there.
Well, clearly not, because he's not used it yet.
Not used.
He arrives back at the tower at 3:05. Shit.
I'm on 2 HP, I can't deal with this one. I've spaffed all my healing for that, whatever came out of that bag. Right, yeah, to the arena.
Going to the arena. Okay. So the group of you make your way through town, and it doesn't take long. And you pass a few people, but no one you particularly recognise, until the arena comes into view, looking pretty much as it did before the occupation, seeming to have escaped the worst of the damage that came to town. As you can hear some reverberating sounds of shouting from inside. But yes, what do you want to do?
Right. Basically.
Head on in.
Not stand next to Corum, is my intention.
Yeah, think about casting Death Lord on yourself.
Also, that's my main job. Standing next to people.
For all we know, Morthel's twin sisters in there. You know.
Do you want to? Should we pick up Gartok?
Oh yes, of course.
Gartok not with us.
He's at the temple. He said
Shit, I wanted him in front of me when I expelled this bloody.
I believe he's
when I expelled me sack, so to speak. It's
just making sure the Temple of Ally is okay, and I'm not sure if he's redecorating, but he said he wanted some time.
I'll go and grab Gartok.
days I've not been around, I've been procuring craftsmen to help rebuild the temple.
Well, I mean, a lot of craftsmen are needed to help rebuild the city.
Well, that's fine, but I can pay them quite well.
So can the city.
Alright. So, are you going into the arena proper?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go off and grab Gartok. And
You're going to go off and get Gartok now. Okay, so you go through the archway that leads into the arena. The sands have been freshly raked, and there are two figures making their way through a bunch of moves on the arena, one thrusting out with a trident, while the hairy, live individual of the beast is fending away the trident blows. The Rotarius lunges forward and skewers the beast. The beast goes down. Then Beast rolls out of it, stands up and brushes himself off, and nods and shakes the hand of the other guy. Jeffrey's also in here, some distance away to the right, talking with another robed individual. The conversation appears to be quite heated, but otherwise there's a couple of people in the stalls making notes on a tablet, but that's it.
Does there look to be anyone in charge close by?
Possibly the man that Jeffrey's talking to.
We'll go over there.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Did he seek me out about his hand?
He did not, no. When you get close, you see it's... I don't mind what you're doing here, but it's simply not acceptable to pursue these kind of routes. Well, come, I didn't expect to see you in the arena.
We were just looking for this space. We have an issue we need to deal with, and I thought the arena might be the best place to do it, but it seems to be occupied at the moment. You did not come and seek me out.
It's been frightfully busy ever since that council affair. It seems like nothing but one issue after another. Either people trying to steal or domestic disputes. I've dealt with 3 murders just yesterday.
Well, let's see if, depending on what happens today, I'll see if I can sort that out for you today.
Well,
you are agreeable to that?
Most certainly, it would be good to have both of my hands being able to put to work.
We just want to require the centre of the arena, really.
This is Zeus. Zeus has taken over running the facility for now.
How's it?
Connects.
Like the doctor. You're thinking of the Simpsons.
Yeah,
Xeus.
Big, just straight on that.
Gallum. So, Zeus, what happened to Gallum?
I don't know. Not seen the chap. Well, it's bad news for him, good news for me. Maybe he died. I hope that's not the case, of course, but I saw a vacancy which required no job interview, and I have the means to get some people bringing in some coin. And a little distraction for the town. That's what's needed, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
What can I do with you? Are you looking to fight?
We were wondering.
We just require the space for a short time.
Well, I mean, obviously I've got a lot of fighters that need to practice. There's only a couple of days till we're going to start. I mean, but I suppose I can move them aside for a short while for you.
We need the arena empty.
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 It's convenience for a lot of budding fighters looking to get their career.
You can keep your fighters here, but we can't guarantee that they would remain here.
Well, yes, I'd be happy to rent the space to you for a short time.
How much?
How long do you want it?
We don't know. Let's say An hour.
An hour? Well, seeing as you are who you are, you've got a reputation procedure and all that, looking at the amount of space there is, square footage and everything, it seems to be a quite clear day, and then obviously factors into 10 gold.
10 gold?
10 gold.
Alright. We'll pay for an hour. And if we need it for longer, we'll sort that out with you.
All right. Well, I'll just get my folks down below and close at the front gate. You two down below.
I suggest they clear the building, not just down below.
You want us completely out of the building? Well, I suppose so. No harm in it. Right, everybody, take lunch for an hour. Lunch is on yourselves, obviously, because we've not got a huge amount of money coming in at the moment. But as soon as we do, then lunch will be on the current winner. Obviously, I'm looking at you, Beast. Oh, thanks very much. So Zeus goes round and wrangles up his fighters. He goes down one of the side doors and brings out a bunch of people. It looks like he's got about 10 or 11 guys, mostly human. They seem to be well sculpted individuals. You can't really speak as their actual quality of fighters. It looks like they've been picked for display as much as they have for prowess. And he ushers them all outside, and you hear the slam of the gates. Geoffrey lingers for a while. Is something that I should be present for if it represents any danger to the town?
We're hoping it won't be a danger, but there is a good chance it will be. You're welcome to stay or go. I would advise going, since you're now very important to the...
But Geoffrey is a paladin, are you not?
But I wouldn't want to replace him if he were to get hurt.
I'm sure he will be fine.
Alright, well you can stay if you like.
Another set of files could be useful just in case.
Great.
And we have
He's only
some
got
of our...
one hand actually.
One hand is better than none.
What's that to say?
Take a strong hand.
I think it might be best if I observe, if only as to be kept informed.
Alright.
I am due to speak to the council later, so if this is an issue which concerns them.
It shouldn't be.
How are things?
Well, first council meeting's yet to be had. Lots of disagreement already about when it's to be had.
I thought it was meant to happen yesterday.
And there was a disagreement between two of the individuals, so we've had to postpone.
Which ones?
Gavaz and Garaz?
How did you guess?
Yeah.
Goraz seemed quite amenable to it, but the other chap was not so much.
It's not our business.
So, Reinhold, you've got time with Gartok for this.
Unless if Gartok wants to come.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I won't intervene, but I will observe, as I say. Sten in particular was concerned with any threats to the town.
Right. To be so. Alright, I'll stand next to you, Corin. Should we go in the middle?
Yep.
I'm going to be standing as far away as possible on the edge of the arena.
235 yards
We're,
he'll be away.
We're emptying out Corin's bag or whatever's in there. God, I
I
can't
might wait
stand
outside.
in the middle.
Gremlin is in hawk form.
You're expecting some beast to emerge.
He says there's some kind of demon in there.
No, I said that something tried to pull me in. A pair of hands. As I reached in to take something out, something tried to pull me in.
Maybe I was just trying to greet you. Shake your hand.
Well, I did not appreciate its efforts. But it did not seem to like my divine energy.
Give me the bag.
Pass it over to Gartok. I'll cast a
You
spell
ready?
on myself. Protection from evil and
I'll
good.
stand by Gold.
I'm standing probably about 30 foot. Actually, no, 50 back.
I'll stand next to them as well.
Yeah, just out of range.
Come, Resford, stand a bit further back. Yes.
Bloody hell, we've got a crown.
Yeah, we don't need the sound for it. There we go.
I'm currently rocking Olive tonight.
There's
So I
blood on the
song.
Is mine back up there?
I think
I'm looking a little older.
might be. Yeah.
Praise
Is
Darius.
yours there at all?
Have you got up next to Harvard, yeah? Or next to Garter? Yeah, that'll do.
Oh, I'd be. Yeah, wouldn't he?
Feel free to use it. I got the days wrong. I thought it was the other one. Thursday's game.
It's all good, dude. You've got a mini.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just a minute.
I knew it. I knew that's what Reinhardt looked like.
I could be on fire.
In the shadows, I think.
You get a bit shady.
I'm basking in the sun.
It is late in the year at this stage. I mean, the winter has
thought
been
you were about to say late in
hinting.
the day, then I thought, no, not yet, it ain't.
Oh
yes,
yes,
it
is coming. The winter has been hinting at coming for some time. You've had a number of cooler days, and while the sky is blue today, it offers very little in the way of heat. The air feels cool.
I light a small fire next to me.
So,
I am going to cast Death Ward
Hold.
on myself.
What is it you're intending to do here?
There is something that has taken residence within the satchel there. It is a magical item. It's an extra dimensional space, and we intend on emptying it out. It's attempted to pull me in the last time I tried to retrieve something, so I felt it better if we get the thing out first.
That bag there that Gartok holds.
Yes.
I retrieved a similar bag from a merchant's house on Wall Street. The site of one of those murders I was talking about.
Really?
Hmm.
When was
The
this?
merchant was found dead. It was just yesterday morning I found the man. Merchant was found dead, ripped to pieces, one arm gone, strangled by the look of it. Looking for someone else that could have been in, but there's little in the way of clues. But a bag like that, one
One arm gone, did you say?
arm was gone.
Do you still have that bag?
It's in the militia barracks.
See. Would you like to go to retrieve it? We shall deal with what is here first. But this bag came from far to the north. Very far to the
I mean,
north.
it doesn't look exactly like that bag, just similar.
Well, the being that tried to pull me in grabbed hold of my arm. It was only through the use of my magics that I fought it off.
About some of the other locations, you said there were 3 murders yesterday.
No, one of them was a domestic dispute. Some poor man's wife had stabbed him in the throat.
And the other one?
The other one, that was, well, simple robbery. Sad to say, it was food they took.
People are still desperate. They're still trying to.
Well, there's more food coming in, especially with that amount that we received from the Elven Quarter. But it's not enough, and those with the power to do so do divert to their own hordes. We do our best to break up any disagreements about it, but there's not many of us, and it's early days yet.
Right, Gartok, are you ready?
yeah, so what? Do I name what I want to pull from this bag? Or?
No, you just
Open it out.
open it out and just think of emptying the satchel, and it should expel everything that's in there.
Let's see. I'll
Sword and shield out.
cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
And then I guess it's like a satchel. I guess I'll upend it and try and turn it inside out to, I'm thinking empty, so push everything out is what's going through my
Push your
mind.
hand on the other side and completely turn the bag inside out.
I'm
No.
thinking empty.
Nothing comes out of it.
Rearrange it.
Let me have a look at that.
Perhaps this will work. I'll reach my hand in, and the thought going through my mind is, whatever being is plaguing this bag.
You reach your hand inside. You feel the fabric at the bottom of the bag. You think about the thing that inhabits the bag, and nothing happens.
Think of a diamond.
There should be some diamonds in there.
Right. Push for a diamond.
Nothing.
Are you trying to fool me? This does not work.
I'll pass it over. I'll put my sword away. And I'll take it and just kind of have a look. Kind of in it. Can I see?
You look inside, you can see the bottom of the fabric in the bag.
That's not what it looked like before, was it? Rasvin, does this still pose as a magical item? Can I feel a...
Can I touch it?
It feels magical. Yeah.
There's,
It appears to be the same item I've identified. It registers magical.
Maybe you could put something in it.
I shall take a dagger. It's a non-magical dagger, which I've used for skinning things in the past.
The sugar spoon.
And I'll
Why don't you
drop
just add a
it.
coin?
Single
Then your
copper
hand
coin.
inside can't use it to stab you.
Very sensible.
Very sensible indeed.
He look at you rather condescending way.
Yeah, here's a stone off the floor.
I'll take a coin and I'll drop that into the bag.
Okay. Into the bag.
Can I see it in
No.
there? No. So it's. Did it physically disappear? As it went?
Went into the bag and disappeared in the fold of fabric. And then pull the bag and you can't see it.
Now try and get it.
You put your arm into the bag.
Yes.
You reach into the bag.
And I'll think diamonds.
Think coin.
Nothing.
Coin.
Nothing.
It's a bag of thieving.
You'll never make a good wizard, Corin.
Is Jeffrey saying he
Is this
has...
like one of those bags we had that was linked?
Yes.
Sounds like someone's linked it into
Is
another
Jeffrey
bag.
still in the arena?
No, he left to go and get the other bag.
Where was that other bag? We need that other bag
Turn
and
and-
see if it's
Well,
appeared in
Jeffrey's-
there.
After him.
Jeffrey's gone to fetch it.
Okay, well you catch up with Jeffrey. Ah, yes, Dromos.
We're not quite sure what's going on, so I'm just going to stay with you to retrieve the bag.
Well, it shouldn't take but a moment to get to the barracks and back.
Just we want anything to happen to you, Jeffrey.
More capable than most, even with one hand. There are plenty more capable than myself. Obviously in present company. You swiftly make your way on towards the barracks. Just wait for them to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So he comes back out with the bag. It does look similar. Same sort of size, similar sort of design, stitching, the way the flap hangs and everything.
Whilst they were on their way, could I have been doing detect magic as a ritual?
Sure.
Just another 10 or so minutes of casting. I'll look to see if the bag is magical. I'll look to see if the bag that arrives is magical. It's 10 minutes, so hopefully there'll be less than 10 minutes.
The bag is indeed magical.
Both.
Both are. And then when they come back, yeah, that bag is magical as well.
They're still magical.
Just, would you mind letting me have a look at that one, Dromos? So we all...
Do you have to attune to them? I presume you don't.
No.
I thought so.
Okay, I'll stick the other one neck on me hip. I'll open up the other one and just look inside.
Okay. So it's an empty bag.
I'll stick my hand in
Okay. Your hand is in the bag.
and just feel around for.
Okay. Yeah. As he does so, you can see the bag change shape as his hand moves around inside it.
Just empty all again.
Yep.
I'll turn it around and ask. Basically think empty everything.
You watch a corpse fall out.
Nothing comes out.
There's something peculiar about these.
What are you expecting to see?
Well, the last time this satchel here, and I'll tap the one on my hip, I tried to retrieve some items from there. A pair of hands grabbed hold of my arm and attempted to pull me in. It is, as I said, it was only through my my divine magics that I was able to free myself. And the hands released me. At which point I sealed the satchel and did not open it again.
Well, I mean, I've heard of such things, but I didn't think that a person could survive inside one of those for a prolonged period of time.
Well, there does not appear to be anything in these.
I know, but you're saying that these hands came out to try and get you.
They did indeed, yes.
Well, I'll have a look at it.
I'll pass it over to Harbinger.
I will open up the satchel and I will divine sense into the bag.
Okay. Nothing.
Doesn't appear to be desecrated.
I would
I'll get a coin.
suggest
Do the same with the new
this
bag.
has been linked to a new extra-dimensional space. That would be my theory. The only way I could know testing it is perhaps to try and climb into the bag.
Good idea.
That point, that had just crossed my mind
should send
about 10 seconds before you said it.
Jerry. Perhaps Jerry would be well placed
will
for
be
that.
very willing. Climb into the bag, Jarek. It will be
Gremlin.
wonderfully adventurous.
Time to go
I'll grab another coin and I'll drop it into the new bag. Until it disappears. There are only a couple of coins I'm dropping into this one. There's no goals going in.
Well, now they are.
I'll reach back in. Again, just feel around for it. Think copper coin.
Exactly the same. Everything you think of, nothing comes out.
So you just found your new portable toilet.
Always comes to shit, doesn't it, when you
How can I instant port? That'd be great for camping.
Just like it's like a laptop bag, really.
Okay.
So it's,
Nothing large, yes, you can go through it. Could we fit through it?
that's a difficult one to answer. Gartok, probably not. But the more slender of you, gravestone.
permitting.
That's coming with me.
Could we send one of your familiars in?
Yeah, but I mean, it'd be screwed for the day. Better for Gremlin rather than Hootie. Gremlin! Got a job for you, mate. See that bag over there?
I'll open it up.
Get in the bag.
Get in the sack.
Get in the bag.
No, he doesn't have eyebrows. Or indeed feathers on his head. So he's opened his golden, wide, round eyes almost seem to narrow as you turn to get in the bag.
You know exactly what I understand. Don't give me that shit. I'm going to start. Don't make me control you. I'll do it.
So he extends his wings, showing his full plumage, wings and tail only. So which bag are you trying to get him to go into?
The second one.
Was the one that got open, which is the one that they retrieved?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll be like just bounce on in. Just wash the feathers. He hasn't got many.
Who's holding it?
Did you look through his eyes?
Yeah. once he gets a bit nearer, just giving him the evil eye at the moment until he's going up in there, making sure he's doing as he's told.
Where's Reinhold?
A little bit further back.
Disguised as a woman.
Yes,
I will
I'm
come
back
around
here.
to next flight.
Yeah, and then I'll start looking through.
All right. So you see Corin get closer as Gremlin flies up and gets to the edge of the bag, or perches on him for a second, but it's only just a thin bit of fabric, so the claws don't really hold as he clumsily topples and folds his wings up and then disappears into the bag.
So I'll be looking through before he goes.
Okay.
To see if anything.
The light disappears for darkness, and you see what looks to be. You have the sense of there being a floor of some sort, but you sense Gremlin's wings flapping. You can hear the. You can see nothing in a direction as Gremlin wheels round, moving apparently, but nothing comes close, nothing gets further away. You don't see any items.
Can Gremlin see?
Bring the bag closer. I want to shout into it. Take it over.
Okay, so you bring the bag over
I'm gonna
to.
fold it off the way.
Yeah, I think I'm assuming we're all.
Grab it
Yeah.
around.
Actually, no. Stop that. I will escort him over to the middle, rather than all be up against the wall. If that's okay with you. I'll be saying this for a moment. I'll take you to them.
Gremlin! Can you hear me? Is there any reaction? Because I'm still looking through the eyes.
Can you see anything?
No, it's good. Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking about it. Yeah, there's a ground. It's a black, empty space. There's nothing else around. He doesn't react to my voice.
Take a coin.
Cast a
I'm going to cast light on it
Yeah.
and drop it in.
Okay.
When he
so
mentions that he can't
Gremlin lands, so
Okay.
like drops the wings and stays stationed on the ground. So you drop a coin in with light on it.
With light.
Okay. So
I will expect. Reinhold, I'm dropping in a coin that should be shedding a 30-foot of light. I'm dropping it in 3, and you should be able to see this coming in, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, boom. Drop.
okay. Not that one. Too much.
So I was going to say.
Spoilers! Combat music begins.
Time to
Can
stick our
it
heads in,
was?
guys.
Hunt the dragon. Now it's solve the bag mystery.
Typical. We wouldn't get distracted, would we?
Nope.
Okay. So Gremlin's head turns around, and this burst of light appears.
Okay. I see
And
the coin.
You see the coin, and it sort of drops short distance and lands on the ground a few feet away. And it casts light around. You can see like an orb of light over the top of it, but not underneath, as if it's landing on a perfectly black floor which absorbs all the light from it. It's about, you'd estimate, 25 feet away from Gremlin.
I'll try and instruct Gremlin to kind of march over a little bit.
Okay, so Gremlin
Yeah.
turns round towards where it is
Yeah.
and starts moving towards where the coin is. As he gets closer to the coin,
Yeah.
the light is extinguished as fingers wrap over the coin and cover up the light.
Oh. Is there any definition in the hands? Does it look?
Really,
Is it
so
just
from
dark
your point of view,
shadow?
you just see the black fingers go over the top of it. You don't see the light illuminate anything from behind it, so as if something completely black, which the light didn't affect, goes over the top of this coin, extinguishing the light.
There's something in there. It has a hand. I think it sees Gremlin. Alright, come on, Gremlin. I'll try and pocket him into a dimension.
Gremlin's gone.
Ah. Well, I'm going to have to cast Gremlin back into this world.
I'm going to take my bag of holding. and ask for an item in it to appear. What's even in there? Not the body anymore.
I think you should step away with that bag of holding. Don't want it to be contagious.
Yeah, move away from their area. I have a net in my bag of holding. I'm going to ask my net to appear.
Okay. Reach into the bag of holding. Think of net. You feel the rope entwine around your fingers and the net come up.
It's not all extra dimensional spaces. It just appears to be.
These two. Okay, maybe this.
I think this mystery has to sort of wait for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I have a really extreme way you could deal with this, which is putting one bag inside the other.
That's one way of doing it. Yep. Boom.
You
I've
cast
heard-
fireball into a bag.
I've heard that is a bad thing.
Very
If
bad.
it's bad, it would suck anybody near, so we have to do it from a distance. Anybody near would be sucked in. I
This is
believe.
what
Isn't that
familiars are
what-
for.
Yeah, Ravran tried to do to
Perhaps some things that you should do outside of the town walls.
Sit down
Yes, I
walls,
think
yes.
so.
Maybe in
Okay,
Citadel.
so back to business as usual. Are we getting ready?
Yes,
for...
sorry. Yes, I think.
Just so I can make a note of this, what we're suggesting is that there is something inside that bag,
Both bags.
Both bags.
inside both bags, what,
Both
like
bags.
one in each bag or the same thing in both
We
bags,
Maybe
do
linked.
not know at the moment.
but is most likely responsible for my murder.
That would be my
potentially.
suggestion. If he was missing an arm, it is quite possible that it was ripped off.
I think a public announcement or something about whoever else owns this type of bag of this nature needs to come forward for their own safety. Or at
This
least
could
a,
potentially cause mass panic and a lot of trouble.
I'll bring this up at the council meeting tonight, and
something needs to, yes, the council members need to.
Andrew was quite concerned when we did speak that all public messages should be vetted by our council members before any announcements are made.
They can decide anything between themselves.
Andrew and me.
It was because Sten had a rather definitive message to send to the populace.
Oh yes, no. He's lost his filter, hasn't he?
So probably for the same thing, if there's a bag out there that's potentially eating people or ripping arms off, probably best to curate that information.
Well, I'm sure it will become apparent soon enough if more bodies turn up.
Can I inspect both bags? Are they identical? Are they very similarly made?
They're not identical. They are very similarly made. You can see, looking at them, why Geoffrey thought they were similar. Same sort of size, same type of material. The way the straps on the front is sewn the same, but the stitching quality looks different. There are differences between them, but if you saw them in a store, you'd think they were made by the same person,
Okay.
but not necessarily the same bag.
They look to the same maker.
Yours looks very similar.
Where did you get this bag from?
Well, my bag came from the Dragon's Lair.
Do you know much about the merchant that owned the bag?
I'd never met him myself. I wasn't really involved with affairs in town myself. I've kind of fallen into this position rather than anything else. I've asked a few questions. He was a single man, had no wife, no children, no family or such in town, and if he had friends, they have either left town or passed to Gar.
Which house was it?
Like I say, up on Wall Street, right close to the northern wall. It was 62.
Would you mind if we took a glance if we find time?
If you wish, you obviously welcome to. Obviously, try and avoid destroying the house, causing any further property damage. In the process of trying to rebuild, we don't want again a panic caused by additional fires or anything like that.
I understand you.
It's just only just been an incident in the northwest of town with, well, there's been an incident in the northwest of town. It's nice to say. I haven't been able to check it myself, but one of the other militiamen did. Some creatures hiding in a building. Been dealt with now, though, apparently.
If you do need us to check anything out while we are in town,
nothing we can't handle. I've not got sufficient people, but I'm going house to house, checking all buildings now to make sure there's no hangers-on left from Morthel's reign.
I'm sure you have everything in hand and you are doing the best you can.
Under the circumstances. Once we get some proper laws in place, I don't know why we can't just work off the laws we had before, but once we get some proper laws in place, then things will be easier. It's much easier to say you've done something wrong with a specific rule.
Too many people making up their own rules.
Laws is what we need.
Is not Lawmaster Boric laying down the law?
Well, he's an evasive one. Is Borrow.
Perhaps he would replace him.
Maybe worth just declaring martial law for a while.
That's a bit extreme. I don't think we want the populace feeling that this new regime is the same as the old regime.
It would make your job a bit easier.
Easy is not always right, Dramos. Often, the just path is the one that doesn't go directly towards you where you want to go. Evil is often tempting us with easy.
Perhaps.
Most certainly.
If we get a chance to check out the house, we should pay it a visit.
As you wish. Well, if you attempt to pose no further damage, then I will carry on with my patrol.
Just come over here and accompany me for a short while.
Okay. What is it you need?
It is not what I need, it is what I think you need.
Ah, alright.
Just, which faith is it that you follow, Geoffrey?
Not a simple question, Corim. I believe that all the gods have their place. Imogen is of course important, but so is Darius and Gar.
So which do you feel holds the most importance to you?
Depends on the circumstances. I feel a kinship to Imogen, of course. There's a great deal of compassion in the temple.
So you do not follow a single deity? Is it?
It is.
I've known other people who, many people in fact, who pray to the various gods as and when they feel they are required.
Sometimes that is necessary, and I have dabbled with fates following, but only so much in seeking out harbingers of. He was only here with such an intent, but after meeting harbingers in other lands, and I find myself trapped here and unable to pursue that goal.
I see. Well, that is interesting to know.
It is something I feel I was tasked with, a pilgrimage, if you will.
So you seek out harbingers of fate.
Yes, I had been tasked to serve harbingers of fate and to see that their tasks were done for good.
Who gave you this task?
It was a task given to me during prayer. And as you say, I worship Imogen. I have cast my voice out to other gods from time to time, and the voice came to me, and I knew it was divine, so I followed the call.
I'll think of Darius with me, and with that I'll start concentrating and break into a prayer.
Okay.
And then after a minute I'll reach out and take his one hand and stump in the other.
Right.
And release the spell.
Okay.
Is he injured? So he gets a shitload of healing to start off with.
He's not injured at the moment.
Right,
just like
okay. Well, he probably feels quite good about this.
Okay.
And then what he'll see is probably the stump.
Yeah, the fabric
slowly
will stretch
start
on his
to
hand,
go.
and then just a thumb appears on that.
Yeah,
stump
not
area.
not instantly, just
and
like a budding flower.
Little fingers.
Yes.
Just on the base.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it slowly extends with the skin stretching, looking abnormal. No knuckles to start with, and all the skin is perfectly smooth before creases start to work their way along it. The knuckles appear, and then finally the fingernails grow on the end.
Has he got a suntan where it's like dark and bright pink?
Yeah, it's pink new flesh. You see the fingers.
Praise Darius.
Well, if it is Darius that has blessed me this day, then praise him indeed.
It is, I can assure you.
That is your new punching hand. Use it well.
Well, I will use it on my punch grip of a shield, I think.
Yes, it's still a punch.
Let's keep tab to the sun for a while.
That's it. He's got
Ever
melanomas. Yeah, that's it.
We've advanced to sword and shield, so we don't have to punch people. It's far more effective.
That's what the boss on the shield is for.
The shields are for defending.
And you're not
Deflect-
using your shield right, clearly. You attack with both hands.
Yes. And Darius does run strongly in your veins. My goal is to defend others, as well as myself. And I will only murder when necessary.
True follower of fate.
I'm going to slip out.
Okay.
Before you do, Dramos, which you are saying that you do not wish to leave until tomorrow. Is it imperative that we wait for this item of yours? I've recently, I've left Laurie at the tower. He seems to have found out that of our foray to
I messaged him.
see the red dragon,
He's got.
and he is most eager to leave. He would.
I see.
We can wait. I mean, if it's imperative, of course.
That is why I'm asking, how imperative is it?
That means a lot to me.
Will it help us on this mission?
It won't necessarily help us in this mission, but as I say, what is it, just a day? It has been a couple of days already.
It has. I just
We
need
could
to
meet you at
convince
your
tower.
tower
Yes,
tomorrow.
I'm just concerned about holding Laurie there for another day. Once he found out that where this
Or
dragon
send
is,
him in the wrong direction and we can message him tomorrow with the right one.
Well,
I-
it's quite easy to keep Laurie calm. it's you. We could actually have a chat with one of the elven folk and they could beat the shit out of each other, warm him up. You seem quite up for it, but
Yes,
maybe for another day.
maybe if his mind is set on this dragon. He has a personal vendetta against this dragon.
I can.
Maybe it would be best if you, brother, went to speak to him.
If we're going tomorrow, I'll travel back, have a chat with him. I'm not taking your punch though. That's all yours.
We are. What time is it?
You coming up to, by you do the time done, Lacey, coming up to shortly before noon.
Okay.
We're gonna get punched.
You're going to get punched.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna fucking spaff a 6th level spell.
Just
Word of recall.
Word of recall.
Just take the hit. He's going to be at the town. That's exactly what I was going to use. Actually, yeah, can you give us a lift? Yeah. You going that way?
It's not imperative that we stay, but it is more of a personal matter.
Right, okay, well, let's wait. I mean,
I shall,
we can pick up some rations. We can make sure we got warm, cold weather clothing. We can see if we can
I
get
can
a pony.
scribe for the dragon.
This is it. We can do a little bit of planning, and wonderful. Okay, so tomorrow, crack of dawn at the tower, and then we can go.
Maybe we can travel tonight to the tower and stay up night.
Yeah,
Are there rooms there?
Yes,
they're
there
a bit
are
drafty.
rooms. There are rooms that
room's
are
a
being
paint
made
now.
available below.
Yeah. very drafty rooms.
More rooms being made available below.
Stone shaping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So meets at the tower. And go and walk. Yeah, that sounds fair.
I would like to, as a small thing, get a harness made to which will attach like securely to a saddle and then to me.
You're looking for a belt to strap you onto the saddle.
Yeah, ideally one that can be easily removed but is
Quick
going
release.
to hold my entire body weight when I am diving towards the ground.
That's no problem. The marketplace is quite busy now by comparison as it has been the past few days, and you're able to find a leather worker
Wonderful.
who can
You
easily do
need a
that.
chain. You need a belt.
Yeah, I need something I
You
can
need
remove
metal.
quick that's like gonna just trail me while I'm flying up the
No,
back.
the chain stays on the horse. You just unkip it from you.
Yeah, I know. As long as it works.
Can I go to the stables and see if there's actually anyone flogging horses at all?
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
you have to look around a bit, but there's a guy who's got a warehouse. He's got, I mean, it's not like the stables it was before, but he's got like a number of horses what look like they're from the invading force.
That's the best looking one.
Okay, so you look round.
Just got paid.
Quite far on reaching.
What is your horsemanship like?
No, he's noble background. He would have been trained on a horse.
There are 10 horses of varying size and quality. There's a partition with the boards on the partition are thumping and banging as you go in. So a man hustles up to you as you looking over the horses. Can I help you at all with anything?
Afternoon. I'm after.
My name is Yosin.
Oh, Reinhold.
Oh, you're in the market for a four-legged beastie, are you?
Yes.
Well, we've got plenty of those. What are you going to be doing on it? Is it just for riding? Is it for farm work? Oh, look at you, though. You're going to be fighting, aren't you?
I need a war horse if you've got one.
Well, most of these were involved in the hobgoblins on the back of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So they're unruly, untrained.
No, don't kid yourself. Them hobgoblins, they're not like regular goblins. Most organised of all the goblinoids. I've got something real special in the back, though, if you want something super aggressive.
Not.
You want something super aggressive.
Even as he says it,
Has
so
Coram got a horse?
How do you say
Lovely present for him.
Emphasise the point, the planks on the back.
Laurie's horse. Oh, I'm getting Laurie a present. Yes, I've got them. How much is it? I don't even need to see it. How much is it?
Oh my god, what is it?
I'd be kind of glad to get off my hand. I could let this go for. I mean, it's exotic.
Okay, is it a horse?
No, but it is a mount.
Of what nature? Let's go and have a look.
Right, I don't want to open the door just yet, so we've got some steps. If we just go up and have a look over the divide.
Go on.
So you go up on these steps and you look over, and there's this partitioned area. There's a warg back there, which is
my
pacing backwards and forwards. It's got a saddle mounted on the back.
Nazak would love that. Right, and how much for that?
Well, I'll let it go for just 40.
Because you want to get rid of it.
Well, I'm being completely honest. It does scare the other horses, and they are a bit skittish then when someone comes round to have a look at them. So, 40, deal done.
Show me around. Show me how you ride it.
Yeah, I'm not brave enough. I had to get 4 guys to haul it in here, and that was only when we dosed a small dog with some sleeping medicine and threw that out in front of it. It's all right. It wasn't. It was only a very small dog. Probably belonged to some lady. One of those handbag dogs.
Okay.
He loved it though. So if you're going to get this, get yourself a supply of small dogs or small animals or something to feed it.
Didn't someone else have something like this?
We had a donkey.
Donkey.
Thunder.
I know the person. I'll bring him down to come and see it at some point. But have you got any war horses?
Oh,
Yes. Yes, I've got the man just perfect for that. But,
okay. Well, we've got this one. This big black beast.
actually, I'm going to put a reserve on it. I'll give you the 40 gold if you just hold on to it for a few days.
Well, as long as it's figurative.
If I don't come back in a few days, then take the 40 gold and drown it. I don't care.
God. Thank God you're not a worshiper of the light.
40 gold is 40 gold.
I'll hand him the 40 gold. Just put my name on it. Give me a week. Give me a week.
All right. Well, we had to put this horse closest to the back area because he was less bothered. And this was a magnificent black beast. And you look at this thing; he's tall, looks well refined. His coat shines.
I'll go into my bag and try and think of a carrot that I don't have that I would have had for Eminum that's not there. I don't think I got any. They would have rotted by now anyway. Does he have a name?
Gaheen.
Gaheen. Very exotic.
Mm-hmm.
Trained?
Well, look at him right now. And his horse just.
I'm going to wave my hands in front of his eyes and make sure he can see.
The head looks round towards you as you wave your hands. Moves around a bit.
It's got good hearing.
Hello, Gaheen. Beautiful boy, aren't you? Boy. How much for him?
Well, it's a good quality specimen, obviously. I had to change the saddle out because of. Yeah. We could do 100 on this.
But we've got several other people that are going to be needing the horses.
Well, you're not going to get several people with a horse like this.
Food? You got care package like starter?
I can. Well, carrots. You don't want to fatten him up too much. Could have treated mean.
I can have a carrot.
Like it's your horse, you can do what you want.
Okay.
I'll throw in some oats.
Yeah, we'll start with that. So I'll get a handful of oats and just see
Yeah.
if he's quite receptive.
He looks cautious at first, but then takes the oats.
Have a look around the saddle. Make sure the saddle's nice and tight. No weakness in the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. You can see under him there's marks where there was a different saddle with a different composition. But yeah, this one looks good.
I'll hand him 140 gold.
Nice doing business with you.
Thank you very much. I know I've probably paid a little over, but
You paid a little bit under in the current climate.
helping the current
Transport costs are just going up and up. It's these overseas wars that I'm blaming for it.
I mean, pilfering horses and then reselling them, I don't think is too much hard work, but I will take what I can get.
Overheads. Believe him.
But I'll mount up on game.
Okay, he doesn't respond as you get on him. Stay stock still.
Come on, lad.
He moves as you request. So remember then, if you need any more horses, Yosin's your man. I'm scouring the town trying to find some more. I've booked some good boys coming in from Helvetia.
Oh, Zach. I've got to go see Laurie.
Okay.
I've got the perfect mount for him.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
You take the horse out there, which is right, and obeys your every command.
Another one to add to
That's
the
it.
animals of Misthass.
Yeah, that's it.
Number two.
I'll start heading
The wall
towards
has
the
no
tower, I
name
suppose.
yet.
Just
But
take
it
him out for the
will.
first ride.
Kong. He's called Kong.
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 He won't name the bloody
God.
pyramid, but I could call him Kong.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you the name of some place you haven't been yet,
Yeah.
but I will tell you the name of an incidental walk.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, and I'll start heading towards the tower. If I'll be going along the way. Actually, no, I'll go back to the group first to make sure. Yeah,
All right.
if anything else happens. Yeah.
So the group gets back together. 3 hours shopping.
Yeah, yeah.
Not 3 hours at all. Once we hit an hour and a half, I'm gone.
All right. Is there anything else? Or are we? Hello.
Can I go to the Temple of Gar, please?
Yes, you can go to the Temple of Gar. When you go into the room, you see it's been restored much as it was before, and Hela is in the main room. He's stood with 2 hands on the altar, and he looks up. Ah, Malamir. Saw you've returned.
I have, Your Grace. I have been very busy.
No, there's no need for your grace. I am simply Hela.
Of course, my lord.
What is it you are wishing to do today? Are you following Gar's will, or are you off on one of your own expeditions again?
Both of those are true, my
Are you
lord.
nervous, Malamir?
Somewhat nervous, yes.
Well, there's no need. You are amongst friends, and you are protected by this House of Gar.
That is why I am here. It is outside of these walls that disturbs me.
There is plenty outside of these walls that is disturbing, my friend.
The new council that is getting together in town.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Have you been invited?
No, it is a matter for the living.
It is, but I do not trust at least one of the members of this council.
I do not trust most of the members of this new council. Their eyes are too much on preservation, when they should be more concerned with our destination.
Indeed. Not enough concern of our final destination.
There are many souls that have gone to Gar in this town in recent weeks, and we spend so much time thinking about those remaining, and not enough time ensuring those that are gone are truly gone. There is a matter in the graveyard which I have dispatched some people to look at. I feel that Morphel's people were interfering with the already dead. It's not a concern for someone as esteemed in Gar's village yourself, but a matter of concern nonetheless.
Well, I am concerned, and I wish to do my part to help out.
Yeah, well, it's nice to know that you're going to pop by and do some work.
I shan't be doing any work myself,
Of course.
although my good deeds have not gone unpunished. In fact, rewarded rather well recently.
Yes, well, your friends are very wealthy, aren't they? If we all have friends in such high places and so wealthy. Yes, I hear you have yourself a nice little sharing arrangement with a very wealthy wizard.
It's modern times.
What
Well,
kind
that's
of
obviously
depravity does he have you looking into, Malmir? Does he have you delving into the arcane instead of the more pure divine matters?
We are both humble men of learning, and our library is small but growing. We share knowledge. We do not share anything else.
Knowledge can be dangerous, Malmir. This knowledge that you pursue, that it concerns me.
My knowledge, my quest for knowledge is only ever in the service of our keeper, our shepherd.
I will pray on this and hope that his voice comes to me to give me consolation about your activities.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Yes, of course.
I would wish that you would also take this as a small gift to the church. I'll hand over a very large bag of gold coins.
Goodness me, where did you get this money? From your wizard friend? Does he know?
Gar has given it to me.
Gar has given you a bag of money. I think you maybe were drunk, Malmir, and some man in an alleyway gave it to you. The gods do not hand over money. That is not what they deal in.
My lord, you have been in this temple for too long. I have been out there doing Gar's will. I am his saint. There is the one who kept this gold, slept on it, and he will die next.
Who?
Not who, but what. A creature that destroyed the temple of the people, tried to kill me, destroyed most of this town.
You are going after the dragon?
Well wise, Your Grace, as always.
Your words have been well oiled, Malmir. What is it that you want here other than to hand over coin and carefully curated insult? I do not trust you.
I need an apprentice.
You need an apprentice, do you? Perhaps if you can find that toad of mine, you could pull him into line.
I know of who you speak.
And the town is open again. Souls are flowing to Gar. And where is he? Where is he? Why does he not return home?
If he returned home, he would be killed. He has committed a crime against this town. Possibly more than one.
Where he should welcome such punishment.
Indeed, anyone who was working with the enemy deserves punishment. Do you have an apprentice for me?
I do not at this time, but I will find somebody suitable for you.
Good. Hopefully this mere 5,000 will help you attain some more manpower.
It will be very helpful, but I have found of late that there are many people who are finding themselves short of family members and then lacking in direction. They are the easiest ones to show the right path. Their families recently passed the Gar. What would be better for your future than to ensure that other families have the same fate?
This is good. This is very good.
Step into the shower.
How pleased I am to see that the Templars remain untouched during the
It
occupation.
was a frightful mess when I returned, but we have managed to right things. As you're talking, there's a couple that come into the temple at the back. And says, "Oh, welcome to the Temple of Gar. I'm so sorry we're in the middle of discussing something wrong, but please take yourself a seat to the side and I will be with you presently. Sit down, rest yourself."
I shan't disrupt you anymore, Lord. I shall take my leave.
I consider myself fortunate indeed to be in the presence of the Saint of Gar. Even it is only your word that I have, that this is a title.
Pray, Your Grace, and Gar will tell you himself.
I will pray.
Praise Gar.
Praise Gar.
I shall leave.
Okay.
Considerably lighter.
That was a chunk of change, wasn't it?
As you're leaving, he goes over to the couple that came in. So, I feel you are in need of guidance. You leave him, soothing the couple.
How much do I trust him?
-10. He's on the shit list.
Do I have any NPCs that you guys trust?
Laurie.
Jeffrey.
Well, we're kind of... Laurie's
trust Laurie,
straight,
just
so
know
we
it's
trust
point
him.
him at something.
You
Yeah.
can direct his anger. And he's soon about to
None
be a
of-
proud owner of a
none
new
of
walk.
the Gar clerics have been legit.
Hang on.
You should share a house with one.
I do, but definitely not
Keep
legit.
your enemies close.
Yeah.
When he said he returned, did my spider senses tingle at all?
You're asking him for a retroactive insight check.
Bullshit
I don't want
detector.
to interrupt the moment.
Little legs
Yes,
on the old
may.
may
May.
insight check him.
Right.
Insight check him.
That's it.
Very generous.
Go insight.
That is a 20, dirty.
Other than his disdain for you and what you were saying, you didn't take anything off about him talking about his return.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
What now, kids?
What time is it?
It's punch. It's
I
clobbering time.
didn't go with him.
Just past midday.
Right. I'll approach Reinhold.
Would you like a lift? Oh,
That's a rather impressive beast you have there. It's
it's still got that new horse stolen smell.
He's got a little pine cone around.
I tell you what, at night the warehouse is a fucking walk. A wild rider walk.
yes, I'm aware of what they are. What?
Oh, I've bought it.
What?
I'm having a midlife crisis.
I've got the estate, and that's the wild hog, for the
Start wearing
weekend.
lycra.
Got myself a divorce and I bought a one.
I'm thinking like present for Laurie as a. I mean, if anyone's going to take a walk, it's going to be him.
Yeah, my experience of him riding stuff hasn't, from what I know, it hasn't turned out well for him.
Just a dragon.
Think about it like a dragon with training wheels, I mean,
Well, yes, I mean,
at least he can punch it and probably kill this one.
yeah.
You shouldn't know. Just bad dog.
Speaking of which, right, everyone's going to be coming back to the tower later.
Yes.
We need to get back there, sort out a few rooms for them.
Well, I was asking, I mean, since I'm riding Gahim here, you wouldn't mind taking the walk so we can
Take what?
You ride the walk, and we'll go back to the tower.
You ride the walk.
You'll be alright.
Listen, Reinhold. I have my own
Pretty
horse.
woman.
I'm not
can't see him.
a gifted rider. That's why I'm going to transport myself straight back to the tower.
But I
I
mean,
made
you
a
could dodge a
promise-
punch with a present, can't you?
Not necessarily. No.
He can't punch you if he's too busy taking a walk. Come on, you'll be alright. You'll be fine. We're heading there now. I mean, the
Listen.
warehouse is what? 10-minute walk that way?
Listen, let's leave Laurie to sort out the walk, okay? He's more concerned at the moment, first of all, with ensuring that I get back dead mid-afternoon. Okay?
What time are we at now?
We're just past lunch. Just past lunch.
It's about 1 o'clock.
If you wish to come with me, you're welcome to come now.
I can ride back. I'll ride. I need to get used to Gaheem's mannerisms.
I shall see you back at the tower shortly.
Just as a meta pigeon moment. Cool. You don't have Persepolis. He got stolen, didn't he?
What?
Yeah,
Stolen while we were in the Great Green. All the horses got stolen because
Yeah,
our
yeah,
team
yeah,
was
yeah.
elsewhere.
You
Except
tied them all
for
up and left them
Terence.
outside the forest, and you came back and all the
Yes.
horses are gone.
I thought we went after them and got
No,
them.
we traced them back to
You lost your
the
pony.
town in the
Altivo
north,
wasn't happy
where
about
we're
that.
headed.
No. Oh no, you wasn't. Bless him. Go on, get the walk.
I'm not
You
getting the
watch the
walk.
horses.
That's
Altivo
what-
watched the
you-
horses, and the one time I
Fuck
don't watch
it.
the horses.
You ride
do the walk.
Gaheem. I'll get the walk.
Yeah, we
I'm not riding. I shall be.
Terence made it through.
I shall transport the horse back to the tower,
I'm
and
not
you
sure.
are welcome to come with me. Although I would not recommend bringing the warg at this precise moment.
Okay, I'll ride back. I'll see you there.
And with that, I shall word of recall myself back to the tower. Laurie!
I'm back!
I'll go and search for him.
Okay. So you find him outside the tower.
Waiting for me, was it?
He's punching a tree. It's a well-worn area of tree which he.
It's my punching tree.
He's banging into it, and the leaves on the top are shaking and bits of fun. Ah! I've no idea what time it is, but
Well, you can see the
he looks
sun
up
is,
towards the sun.
you can see the sun is still high in the sky.
Ah, you rushed back then. I
I
expected better of you. I thought the High Priest of Dash would be only too happy to take a punch.
well, why don't we go and spar? We are not due to leave.
Spar?
Yes.
Not that bloody priest around here, is there? Always trying to get me to go to the spa. So when we get back to town, Laurie, we'll go to the spa.
No, we shall spar. We shall fight.
Ah! Praise Darius.
We are not due to leave to find the dragon until tomorrow.
What?
So I shall keep you entertained for a while.
Tell me the walk. Welcome a present.
The others will be
Sleep
here
a wink
later.
tonight.
You need to save your energy.
What?
You need to save your energy.
My energy is abundant.
Right. Well, show me, and I'll draw my sword.
Yeah, no, I really fucking jumped you.
You're going to draw your sword, are you?
Yes,
You're going to try and have a go at Laurie.
I am.
Alrighty.
It's clear as that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what we've
it.
been waiting for.
I can't reach Malamute.
You got him.
Malum here, Malum there.
Malin has to be everywhere.
Look at you, Colin. You're small.
Oh my god, he does look small.
Right. Let's have a look.
Cast Dawn.
Oh, I think you should roll initiative, is what I think should happen.
Yes. What do we write this D20? Fucking hell, I haven't been here for a while.
It hasn't been that long, Dave.
Okay, 14.
20.
Right. What are you doing getting that thing out? Use your fists, man.
I do not have the strength that you do, my friend.
Are you worried you're going to bruise your dainty knuckles?
Got my lily white hands and my mind's never worked a day in his life.
He says that, but he's got gauntlets on his fists.
I know he has.
Has he got like knuckle dusters with praise on one knuckle and down on the other?
Oh, yeah. What a gift.
That's his next tattoo.
Yeah, he does. I was going to say
Sponsored by
Raise Darius,
He had really braces on before, but now you can see he's got metal wrapped round his hands. So they're full gauntlets he's wearing now, which is more so than he wore before.
Are they?
He's got spicy
So I know he had. Magical.
He has been looting.
Well, magical gauntlets before.
Yeah, well, these cover his fists before. So it's more so than it was previously.
I see.
So he punches like a fucking train now.
That does not bode well. Right. Okay. So
Kicking gloves.
take your best shot.
Really?
What? 3 punches? You mean? Key point. Another punch.
You want me to go first?
You probably action surge on
Yeah,
top of that.
action
It
surge.
only feels right.
Then we're not going till tomorrow.
All right. So it is.
He swings you with his fist.
Yes.
It's 29 to hit.
Oh, Laurie!
Someone's
Well,
been
yeah,
punching a
it's a
tree.
Okay.
Getting ready to kill a dragon. That's what he's been doing.
Jamie just totting up, right, and he just does this.
That's why you needed the extra D6, not for the dragon.
I downloaded this new app. It has my dragon slaying feature.
He's got a strength of fucking 21 or something.
Oh
stupid,
yeah, you would if you were just hyper-focused Darius worshipper.
No, it's
Ridiculous, Darius.
You only get a 20 with boost stats.
Okay.
No, he's got a
Probably
girdle.
got gauntlets and-
No, he's got a girdle of giant strength. That's
Oh,
it.
Leslie, I
Yeah,
didn't
He's
realise.
got bells and his
He was a
braces and
girdle?
stuff.
Something like that. And
It's a distended cut. Leave it alone.
and the gauntlets he had were specifically designed for punching shit. You know, it was.
And now he needs a walk to complete the outfit.
So just 9 points of bludgeoning damage from that first punch,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he also going to do 7 points of radiant damage from that punch
Divine strike.
as he puts a divine smite into it.
Oh, you what? Oh.
Yeah, he took a level in paladin.
Nice! If you'd fought a dragon single-handedly, you'd be taking a level.
So we'll take a second swing at
Yeah.
Yeah.
you. That's 26 to hit you.
Yeah.
He's getting all the
Fighter,
marks.
monk, priest, paladin.
So that's
Basically missing the dex.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Just needs rogue, and then he gets sneak attack as well.
Hard level to roll, get evasion. Done.
You'll action surge to take an extra action. So do an action there. So that's just a 20 to hit.
That's a miss.
So he misses with that one. You swinging back so far from the previous one. That's 21 to hit.
Missed.
And then he will flurry of blows you.
Here it is.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, that'll be a luck point there. You take a 7.
Okay, that's a 17 to hit you then.
That's good.
Okay, so and his final swing. Oh, that's just a 2, so 12 to hit you. So 2 good blows to start with, and then swinging back.
You must be getting tired.
Why aren't you standing still and taking it, you girl?
I told you to. You should be resting. Man of your age.
Do you know actually that one where you looked it?
Yes.
I'm going to channel Divinity Guiding Strike to give myself a +10 on that.
Okay.
What?
That's 27. Yeah. 27.
Yeah, alright. I wasn't going to use healing on myself, but maybe I will now.
That's 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
No divine.
That's my.
That's what you're rolling.
That's it.
Okay, I'll take a couple of hits at him then. So the first one.
His AC's probably quite low.
Yeah, it's not that low. I'm going to use a luck point on it.
Okay.
So, 20.
That's a hit.
Out of sleep.
Yeah.
It's at 11. So that's 16 points.
16 points.
It's going home tonight.
And then as a bonus action, I'll take another swing.
Okay.
No, and miss with that one.
Well, that was very good. I liked it. I liked the bit where I got hurt, but not so much the second one. I feel you're weakening already after one swing.
Well,
Are you sure you should be head of the temple? Hey, Corin, look at this.
Wait for the flash.
23 to hit you.
yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. That is 12 points of bludgeoning. 22 to hit you.
That's a hit.
That is 12 points of bludgeoning.
Yeah.
You'll spend another key point, get 2 more attacks in.
It's not looking good. We're going down rapidly.
That's 27 to hit you.
Yeah.
For 9 points of bludgeoning.
Yeah.
And finally, 22 to hit you.
That's a hit.
Oh, that's crap. 4 points of bludgeoning. Oh, do you know what?
He must have pulled his blow on that one.
Yeah, I wasn't adding his strength bonus. I say 10 points of bludgeoning. And those other hits are all had +6 on as well, so...
That was 4 hits previous, wasn't it?
Which is 24 more
24.
points.
Yeah, so additional 24.
Oh, you're... No.
I've looked better.
Right, yeah. I'll hold this cut together while you try and make another one. I'll hold still to make it easy.
Fucker. I'm going to go in.
Just so you know, if you hit me, it's because I let you.
Oh, I hate
Praise
that.
Darius!
Praise him indeed. I'll drop the sword and I'll actually go to punch him
Yes!
with a touch spell.
Oh, inflict wounds, 6th level.
I'll use my luck point on
Last
that.
one. Last one.
Now that will be 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
Gonna need to have a look at this one.
What are you chucking?
I'm going to go down, but he's going to hurt first.
Well, you need to do 97 points to take him down.
It's possible. It's in the realms.
And he didn't rage, so it should be easy.
Oh, well, we got Barbara.
8th level inflict wounds from the looks of it.
I've got 8th level spells now.
Oh, yeah.
He had to take ability score improvement repeatedly in order to get his stats high enough to take paladin.
Yeah, it's charisma and strength. It's charisma. Oh, we should be quite give insults with extra flair.
He really came in at the base requirement.
13.
Yep.
Insults with meaning now.
I had to get his charisma up to 13.
I mean, I would have to roll
I think I've got
almost
a wisdom of
miraculously
13.
well to drop
Exactly
it.
what I need.
But
Ooh.
it's going to hurt. Ooh, that was a 10. 20, 29, 36, 45, 48, 53, 58, 63, 68 points of damage.
68. Great. smack your fist, but really your fist comes into it quite lightly, and then the pulse of necrotic energy surges across his body. He screams out, it's black.
How did that feel?
It felt good.
It's fucking masochist.
This ain't looking good now.
You're on 6 HP, man. You could have bonus action. No,
I could have.
17 to hit.
Yes. Oh.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that's... well, I'm going down because he does +6, doesn't he?
Plus 6, so yeah, he's going to do 19 punches.
Yeah.
No one decides to bandage Corin, but he just leans out.
So you fall to unconsciousness.
Yes.
Okay. So gain 6 points as you regain consciousness. There's Laurie over you with his hand on your chest.
Just
Are you okay?
Yes, I shall survive.
He punches you in the face.
Success.
You just about hear him go.
Well, I only went up to 6, so he's going to do at least 7 to me, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to do 14 to you.
Yeah, there goes
Yeah,
your 2
well.
front teeth.
I fall unconscious again.
You regain consciousness.
I've got 10 more of these, you're fucked.
Yeah, regain another. Yeah, regain another 6.
Have you had enough?
Just let me get to my feet first.
Well, I think you made your point anyway. That was I'd say it was quite a good hit, but I feel like it was more of a stroke. You've really got to work on that. Come with me to the tree and we'll show you how to punch.
As I said, my skills lie not with brute strength,
And what you do is you've got to make sure
but
that you
more finesse.
twist with your body when you punch.
He's talking over you.
If Olive wants to do speak with plants on that tree, the things it could probably tell me. It just doesn't stop me. I try to move every night. Just burn me down, please.
Every morning I see him come out the tower and I have to drop leaves. Alright, so we'll leave Corim and Laurie.
So when it shakes, it's not Corey hitting it, it's the tree actually shaking in fear. Is that what it is?
Those are the tears of the tree.
Oh no!
Would anyone like to do anything overnight before we do this?
Yes, heal myself.
Come on, the dragon.
Scry the dragon. You are familiar with this dragon.
I am very familiar
very.
with this dragon, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is my
I've even dreamed to it.
You did, didn't you? What is my difficulty on this?
It is.
Have you got a thing? Have we got anything from it?
We've got
Apart from money?
lots of things
Yeah,
from
Is it his or is it ours? I don't know how it works.
We have scales of it as well, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, there you are. Yes,
Because we found
shards.
scales dropped when it was held before.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I wanted to make a shield or something.
Yeah, you forgot that, so.
Oh no.
Get your priorities straight now. Are you rebuilding the tower or building yourself a shield?
Well, someone else can do the shield.
Where would it be? I'm probably on spells, actually. What am I doing?
I've got some worm scales from Anglan as well.
Probably rotted by then.
It is going to be Wisdom 17, but it's familiar to me, which is -5, and we have a body part, which is -10.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
There you are.
So that's a minus, as far as I know, it's a -5. Your secret.
Yeah, does it stack?
I didn't think it stacked, but
The target
it's
must
not
make
as
a
bad
wisdom.
maybe as
It's a level, doesn't it? You pick the level where you are at.
It says you make the target makes a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. So I would say those stack.
Yep.
Yes.
Because I'm both
It
familiar
is,
with
it
it
is.
So the knowledge,
and I have a body
the
part.
knowledge and the connection stack.
So that's minus 15.
Minus
so
15, not the roll.
effectively, DC 32 save.
Okay.
Well,
You could do it.
gargantuan. Yeah.
It's
Big
possible.
numbers.
Welcome to my little wheelhouse.
Yeah, that's it.
What is it? A wisdom save?
Yep.
Wisdom, yeah. But I guess it got.
It needs like a
Abilities
plus 12 on its save, doesn't it, really?
I couldn't save that.
Dragon.
I could if Harbinger was stood next to me.
The image resolves to the peak of the volcano, and our dragon is perched just on the brim with his tail hanging down. The heat vent comes up, casting orange light behind him. You see the air shimmering in the extreme heat. His wings are extended, filling with the warm air. There's almost a glow to his underside in his chest. Different from when he was in town, he's glowing.
Much brighter, much more healthier.
Yeah. Wings out like that. Neck extended, head looking south.
Head looking south.
He's watching for us.
he looking
Bear with me, I've got to
south
find bloody.
Birds watching. Yeah, birds watching.
Just read it.
I definitely would have told Dory about the walk. It's all his.
What's a walk?
It's a hyper aggressive animal that you need to tame and show the ways. But it can also attack. It's not a horse, but it's a mount with a saddle that also savages other creatures.
It's like a
Perfect Darrismobile.
It's a large wolf. Which you can ride.
I don't know. I trust my legs. I feel safe with something underneath my feet. I trust in the ground.
I told you.
But it is a nice gesture, and I will take a.
It is already your horse. It's ready for pickup.
I'll go and give it a once over.
I'm going to drop the scry of the dragon after a while, because I can get much more out of it. I'm going to scry the area sort of south of the mountain.
Okay. What's he looking at?
No, just to see what's there in general, if there's anything else.
Okay. It's quite late in the day, as but you can get a result image of the volcano itself a bit further back.
Yeah.
There is a structure on the south side of the volcano. What looks to be a roughly squarish structure which goes up to the water's edge, southernmost part of this island. You can see the structure obviously was much larger at one point, and the southern side has collapsed into the water. There are columns that have fallen all around it, and a large hole in the roof of the building. Fair to say that at one point this would have been a larger building, and the water has caused significant damage. But yeah, there's a structure there, and there are lights of sort of torches, sort of orangey
So
looking
there's-
lights inside the structure.
So, some sort of life or activity there. Other thing I want to do is the library still? The books were what? Stens had some books.
That was in the halls, and
Halls.
also they had books in the Temple of Peridot.
Got the Temple of Peridot.
Okay.
I want to ask them if I can access their library.
Okay, the Temple of Peridot, you go to the building was before, and they appear to be trying to repair the door at the time you arrive. Books, you say?
Yes, are there any left?
Sadly, it would seem that Morthel took everything and transported it off to home. If you find in town any of the any of the books. We had quite a collection going.
You did.
Voracious for knowledge. If I knew not better, and I do know well, I would have thought he was a Peridot worshipper at heart.
I think he did crave knowledge.
Certainly
perhaps in the end.
The man that came here, he spared me the fate of some of those others. You may see my hands and tongue are intact.
Do you have some gift with the graft?
Yes, I'm a follower of Peridot. I speak to him. I am blessed with powers by him. But
Your name?
my name is Yerek. I was not senior in the temple. Many of the others are long gone now. But the man that came here chose to spare me on the condition that if more priests turned up, that I informed him of them. I never did.
That is good. I will reach into my bag and bring out a book. A donation.
This means so much. What is it?
It is
The dragon that lost its egg.
The Rituals of Silma.
The Rituals of Silma. I've never seen this before. Thank you.
It should be here for others to research.
Yes, indeed.
Keep it safe.
And he takes it and puts it on an empty
shelf. I think that's, I have other books, but they're a bit more important to me.
Do you have any change for charity? Oh, I only got small change.
Small change.
And a wallet full of 50s.
Immediately go to car parking
I
meter,
will
start giving
remove
sound coins, you know.
Done. And I better remove the corpse of George Skyhorn as well. I no longer have the corpse of George Skyhorn.
Oh, what's this doing here?
He was in the temple, so I think he's gone now.
Yeah, presumably you don't just leave the temple of her. Oh yeah, I don't need that anymore.
Have the body.
Body out. Yeah, can you just store this?
Just hold this for a moment, please.
No.
Don't you want it?
Research. Anyway, I will return your books.
Thank you.
Or at least as many as I find.
Thank you. It's a tragedy to have so many people robbed of knowledge.
Indeed. If only the knowledge could have helped us, they might have. I will take my leave.
Okay.
I think make our way to the tower. Anything else?
Before Melanie goes to bed, it's the first time he's had a chance to kind of relax, I think.
Okay.
He's got an unusual jar he'd like to take some time to have a better look at.
Which jar is this?
Just a normal run-of-the-mill jar. It's got a tadpole in.
Yes, that jar.
Yeah.
Tadpole.
Just set it down on this lovely furniture we've got in our house.
Okay. Pop it down there.
We'll go to the tower to sleep in there.
We're sleeping at the tower.
Yes, we're going to make our way to the tower for the evening, so we've got an early start. That's the plan.
Yeah, you going back into to grab.
Oh no, you got the. We got to leave tomorrow. Yeah, we'll leave tomorrow.
Yeah. Thought that was the plan.
And Nami is already in his dressing gown.
Cocoa.
As soon as he's through the door, robes are off, dressing gown on.
No, this is me for the evening.
All right. You want to have a look at this jar then? She put the jar on the table. You see the tadpole there. What do you want to do here?
Is it alive still?
Moves, but you can't be sure if that's just the motion of the liquid that it's in, or the tadpole itself. As the liquid settles down after you place it there, The tadpole just floats midway in the water, does not appear to.
I will cast Identify, I suppose.
Okay.
See if the jar itself is magical. Or
It is not magical.
detect magic.
Not magical.
Would that cover inside the jar as
Yeah.
well? Okay.
As long as it's not blocked by the spell. Certain thickness of material blocks.
Water's not.
No, stone or lead or.
Rasmussen's in the kitchen drying the dishes.
Yes!
Water can block that, you know.
Pink fluffy bathrobe, that's it. Curlers in.
One foot of stone.
Yeah.
Stone.
Or inch of common metal.
I just don't want to go down.
I'm trying to identify something in here. Keep it down, please.
You're doing it wrong!
You got a key to this door?
I will. Okay. Then I'll just keep it on the table.
Okay.
Shut the curtains. Don't want it in direct sunlight.
Okay.
Get into bed. Take a second look at it before I go to bed.
It's somewhere different in the jar now, like it's moved a bit.
Okay. Good.
But you get into bed and bedside cabinet.
Yeah. I'll put it by the bedside cabinet.
Okay. Facing towards it or away from it tonight.
Flip flop. So it wouldn't matter.
Okay. Okay, and that's you settling down for sleep.
Yeah.
All right. So you settle down. You're just looking at it as your eyes grow heavy, and you slip into sleep.
Yes. The last thing I'd ask for is Dramos to come Temple of a Lie. If he's willing to do so.
Okay. So the two of you could head over to the Temple of a Lie.
Going out.
I am just heading to the Temple of a Light.
Where are you going?
Yeah, that's it. Who with? When will you be back?
I'll
Look at it. I've lived this.
Alright.
Well, you've run to someone's pay. You've got to tell them what you're doing.
Alright, well,
Been living
where I
through the
am
other
if you
side
need any help.
I'll find a way of getting a message if we do.
Okay. So two of you head over to the Temple of a Lie. It's dark by this point, I think. Later in the day. The building stands quiet and ominous now, stars in the sky, but it is a building, a stone building, one of the few stone buildings in town which has, it looks like it's overgrown, but the entranceway is completely clear.
I'll lead you in. I've been trying to tend to this place while I had nothing to offer. I was wondering if you could... You can look at people, can't you, from afar?
I can scry a few people, yes.
Can you try and find Benedict?
Of course.
I don't know if you can. She may not even be alive.
Of course, I can certainly try. Have you got anything of hers here?
I don't know. That's why I thought we should come here. I assume she has a room, some sort of quarters, maybe.
Have you tried looking for it?
We can have a look together, rather than me just going stomping through.
You'll be tender, we will not disturb what we don't need to.
I figured you'd know what to look for.
It is a new skill to me, since has been kindly traded for it.
I guess we'll wander through and try and find what looks to be the head chambers.
Okay, you move through. You find many of the doors are broken, and it's easy to move through the various rooms. Most of them ransacked as well. No sign of anybody having slept in here, with the exception of yourself, in some time. No sign of any of the priests or priestesses. You find what you assume to be Benedicta's room, by merit alone of it being the largest, but nothing in the way of personal belongings.
It is either here or at the altar where I feel would probably be the best.
check the altar and see if there's anything that would be befitting of what she would have touched on a regular basis.
Okay.
Certain objects or.
So the altar is effectively a wooden table, the sort that you would have made from almost unworked wood, where they would take like a naturally grown part of a tree and form the legs from it, and then make the tabletop onto that, but keeping it all as natural shaped as possible. The vines from the growth around the temple have grown around the base of this and over the top of it, although the centre of the altar remains clear.
I'll put the crystal ball on there and
Okay.
put my hands first on the altar. Mother alive, we seek one of your high priestesses. If there's any way you can aid us, please do so. And then I'll go into scrying.
Okay.
I'll I didn't like it, but I'll very briefly touch Jarvis' shoulder and cast guidance on him.
Okay.
It'd be very brief.
What's the difficulty on this one?
It's still a DC 17 through the crystal ball. I'm familiar. I've met her, and we haven't got anything.
Okay.
So it's just a flat.
All right.
DC 17.
So you put your hands on the crystal ball. You feel Dartok's hand on your shoulder. You look into the ball, seeing patterns and shapes on that, swirling, moving around, getting some distinct shapes, then flitting away. And things start to focus. You concentrate, your eyes starting to ache. You blink your eyes to look closer, and you hear a voice say, "Remember." You see a corridor and a woman moving down this corridor at pace, her breath heavy, panicked almost. There's a sound of sobs as she moves, carrying a bundle in her arms. The corridor is worked stone, not the sort that you have in Mist Hass. The image moves with her, and you look down to see yourself stood in the corridor. You're not stood looking in the ball. As she moves, your vision turns and you follow her down the length of this corridor. She's sobbing for sure, keeping this bundle in her arms. You hear the wail of a baby as she moves further away from you. At the end of the corridor, there are various turns off which she evades, all of them, and moves out into a balcony. It looks out into darkness, just blackness in the sky above and a grey horizon disappearing in the distance, castle walls far around, and a rabble of teeming beasts pouring over each other as they struggle to get to the castle. There's a pulse of green light, and from the front of the castle wall, a beam of energy blasts out, slamming into this horde of demonic creatures trying to get into the castle. She looks out desperate. Her breath is ragged. She looks back towards the castle and she sees a large figure, all in shadow, moving along the corridor, footsteps pounding on the floor, getting closer and closer to where you are. The figure gets closer and closer to you, and then darkness takes you. You find yourself now in greenery. Trees and leaves all around you, the sound of water running nearby. A woman is here with her back to you, possibly the same figure or different. It's definitely a woman, you can say that much. Everything is calmer now. The atmosphere is different. She has a bundle in her arms, different, square or rectangular. The fabric falls away from it as she moves towards the ground, and you can see it's a book. A book that she wraps the cloth back round and thrust into the soil, covering it back over again. You know this place. You've been here. Your eyes open. The mists in the ball swirl, but there is no sign of Benedicta.
Sorry, Carter. I'm not quite sure what I saw, but it was not Benedicta.
Does that thing work when they're in the Feywild? I know she's from there, maybe she's there.
It is possible she's there. I do not know fully how this works yet. I am still trying to understand it myself. It is a very strange sensation. It is not often I have to blink.
Okay.
We will find her, my friend.
I know people don't trust them. She's always been good to me.
You trust her.
I do.
That's all that matters. We will find her.
I know we've got a lot of things to do. I just thought we both came here and want to help.
Maybe if we can find something of hers, it will aid greatly. That's all I really know.
I see.
Even if it is just a picture or just a mere garment.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can find.
Do you wish me to stay here?
You're welcome to, but you're more comfortable at Ratsman's.
I go where I am needed, Carter.
I think I'd rather be alone. And I'm going to go to that moon room.
Okay.
Sleep.
I will get this crystal ball, pop it back. Tidy up my spelling, because that was awful.
Using shorthand. Very
Well, I've got eyes open, ist swirls. I've got rat swirls with 2 P's. I've got foot pes.
We should pyro
That is almost what I have written down here.
The whale of a baby.
She carried a whale of a baby.
This sounds like a spell like a bone to me.
And I'm going to take a slightly longer walk back to Brassfin's. Just thinking back, trying to remember. Trying to... Did I recognise the voice?
Yes.
One last one. Squire Averin.
Oh,
I'm just bringing Gremlin back in.
I want to see primarily if he's where the dragon is.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my
Hopefully
largest
he's right in his mouth.
concern.
Fucking chewed.
I think so. He's known to me, familiar.
You've robbed any shit off him recently.
Okay, there you go.
Well, you went out.
Do we ever do his possessions? Don't we?
not really. No.
Probably got some meteor.
We know where he was sleeping in his house with that chick.
Yeah, baby.
We would go in and find something.
Killed her.
I kind of messed up her face a bit.
Let's not go into that again, alright?
It's probably just the -5
Use the bed
for
sheets.
now. So it's wisdom 22 effectively.
Okay.
As a save. If he's on the same plane.
Your vision coalesces to a room in which Ravaran is at the far end. There is, I rolled terribly. There is a table at the far end, a bunch of papers and books piled up on it. A voice, off camera if you will, out of your vision, says, Master, now is it? You turn around, where? And he turns around and looks directly Ah,
Hello, Ravaran, I will say telepathically to him.
I was wondering who it would be. I must say I'm glad it's you. Nice of you to get in touch, although we have a bit of a boundary issue here. I could have been getting changed.
I would have thought this time of night you'd be inspecting the day's work rather than
It is true, I am a busy man. So many people and so much to do with them. So, what do I owe this honour? I know you're not coming for me yet.
Oh, well, I think hopefully you've learned your lesson.
Oh yes, I'd like to learn a new lesson every day.
If you encounter us again, I dare say you will join your former leader, Morthel.
Well, you have been so successful in putting me in my place thus far.
Well, you have been frustrating in Venice.
Well,
You always seem to run away at the correct time.
Yes, and you see, I'm quite good at assessing the situation and knowing when it's time to restart the engagement. Unlike yourselves, who just beat your heads blindly and the wall, hoping you'll make a difference. I have every respect for your skills, of course. I mean, why else would I have made such a generous offer as to team up with you? I do find it disappointing that you've settled on such primitive companions, though.
They have their uses.
Yes, but Goliaths, virtually slaves, and those religious sorts. No, misguided. Power is ours, not granted to us, ours. I expected more from an educated man such as yourself.
I agree we have power. I guess it's the use of that power we differ.
Well, as long as you don't come round to my point of view, you'll always be, well, not even second best.
We shall see. Well, keep clear of Mr. Hasnet's surrounds, and then keep clear of us.
I did grant it to you, after all.
Yes.
Enjoy my gift to you, as I enjoy my current situation.
Well, where are you at the moment, then?
I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard for you to find out. I'm not exactly trying to hide.
I can see that.
Take some of the fun out of it if I just sent you a letter with my address on.
It will. As we're talking, is there anything in the paperwork on his desk to give away any idea of location?
So as he looks
on the thing.
As he looked round, he moved some of the books over
Okay.
a large sheet of paper he had in front of him. It looks like a combination of spell books and such he has out.
Okay. Well, I bid you good night.
Yes.
Can I see the helper at all?
You're going to try and look round to try and see him.
Well, yeah, it's. Is he within 30 foot of the sensor?
Rowan.
No, the helper.
The helper. Yes, he would be.
I'm going to cast suggestion on the helper
Oh. Okay.
and say, why don't you tell me where you are?
Oh, this is where portent comes in as well, potentially.
But I don't know if I can do well. If I can do the portent through it, I don't know. Let me get the item up.
About to go to
Just
bed,
clarify
spaff it
whilst,
out.
Rasmus's doing that. Did he cover the large sheet of paper with the spell books, or the spell books with the large sheet of paper?
Called the large sheet of paper with spell books.
Large actually with a map or a
Yeah.
or something.
Map
of-
saying,
I'm here.
I am it, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look.
Welcome
that
to
was
whatever.
It's a battle map. He's been playing a little game of D&D.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He's writing his fan fiction.
this
Where's
is
it
my
gone?
mini.
He's talking about a man in an office
This-
somewhere.
This is
There is-
Corin Rasfin.
It says
Madeline,
what?
Tom.
Yeah,
I'm
I go to
Ravaran
bed
the
and then-
Ultramarine.
I can use an action.
Robbie G.
I can communicate
Arcane World.
with all creatures you can see within 30 feet of the sensor. So it would have to. I would have to see him by the sounds of it.
Okay.
Can you see a toe?
See your toe.
Suggest
You. Where are you, bastard?
There's a DC
I know where
17
your mum
on the
lives.
save.
DC 17. A wisdom save, you say?
Well, whatever suggestion spell is, I guess.
Was it a male or female voice?
Be-
It was a male voice. Yeah. Let's bring this down here so I can remind myself.
By your
Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Oh yeah. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Put it back.
It is indeed a wisdom save. Slightly lower than my save, unfortunately. Doesn't use my saves.
Okay. 17.
17.
Oh, that's a good start.
He's gonna make
Probably
it.
got a bonus.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I can't use portals at all. It's done though.
Important just says dice roll.
Yeah.
Just before the dice is rolled, doesn't it?
I guess it
you
does.
can't. I don't think you can choose.
So is it a telepathic message or do you to the?
It will be a telepathic message.
Okay.
So I think he's resisted it.
Yeah.
Just the suggestion. You'd hear the suggestion in his head.
Okay. Well, then in that case, he will say, "My lord, he's trying to dominate me.
I'll
You
drop
may leave."
I'll drop the thing at that point. The scry at that point.
Good call though.
Liked it. Good. Okay.
Gremlin's coming back as an owl. You know what's.
Have you seen an owl with no feathers?
I know. That's why he's coming back as an owl.
Another one for the wiki.
Yeah.
Feathers out.
Okay.
Oh no!
I'm gonna put a picture of it.
Okay. Is there anything else
Oh,
tonight?
So ugly.
No.
So ugly.
You done?
Reroll
You
my
done?
Night
importance.
time then.
Okay. I presume I don't do any details, but you can go pick up your package in the morning.
I will.
Can he get his walk?
I don't know nothing about the walk.
No,
She thinks
no.
Laurie's well, in the morning, so Laurie will come out of his dig. Looking around for people.
Reinhold!
It's new Mount Day today, isn't it?
I thought we were heading straight off to the north this morning.
The rest need to get up and get breakfast. We can trundle into town, pick up your new walk.
You want me to march 10 miles south?
No, back of the horse.
Oh, I don't know. It looks quite wide at the back.
You can side saddle if you wish.
I don't wish to side saddle, but I haven't quite done all my stretches yet. Working on doing the full splits.
Oh,
Wow.
well done. This with the gentle ride down into town, it will help loosen up that groin.
All right. Let's go to town.
Just be quick, just go in. Want the walk?
All right. So you and Laurie will ride into town. Corin still doing his breakfast.
That's it.
Okay. Does anybody else do anything in town this morning? Or are we setting off?
Can we get a horse and cart?
Horse and
Terrence.
cart. You got a problem, man.
Terrence.
Just don't ride a horse.
I won't be going on.
I'll be joining you on your horse and cart
I'll
because
be,
my horse is gone.
I'm acutely aware that
Got a sawbone.
when we come to water walking,
And face.
there will be a limit on the creatures we take across.
Or we can leave some more horses in the
Altivo's
wild.
going to be angry.
Both got wall walking.
Okay.
Sorry?
I'll obviously take. I'll call him.
Good morning, mistress. What are we up to today?
We're going to face the red dragon.
Evil. Red dragons are evil, aren't they?
I don't know whether it's evil.
Absolutely it is. You know it. I know it. Why have we waited so long? I'm looking forward to this. Hooves are ready.
Okay. It's going to be a difficult fight.
The best thing about this fight is dragons fly. I fly. You on my back. You fly too. I'm not sure if any of your friends fly, but it's going to be just the dragon and us.
Yeah.
We should get a painter.
No, we shouldn't do that. You want to put a painter at risk?
No, that was foolish of me.
I'm going to stay still, and I'm going to attach the.
What's this? What are you putting on me?
I'm putting on a harness.
What kind of harness?
The one that's going to stop me falling off.
Oh, I was worried it was some sort of restraining thing.
Why would you be worried about that?
Well, I don't know. You seem out of character lately, and I'm worried about
Do I?
you. Yes, not as keen as smiting evil as once you were.
Put the harness on.
Okay, nice and tight now.
I'll just put it on as tight as it needs to be.
Well, it's tight. You don't want to fall off, do you?
Does it seem secure?
You know, it's pinching in my tummy a bit, but it's fine.
Alright.
Do you want to get on and give it a spin? Clear morning. To keep you on, we've got to test this out. We don't want you to fall off in the dragon situation.
Oh God. Okay.
There we go, then! Alright, so while Harbinger's off with our T-bird.
Having the worst time.
Right, where's this war thing?
It's in this building over here.
Right, you stay here. I'll go and talk it out with it soon.
It likes meat, so I'll hand him some rations that I've got. So, I'll leave this with you. It's an option.
No, it's okay. I once did some training with a priest who explained how you can connect mentally with an animal and get him to calm down.
It has got the spirit of Darius. That's why I thought of you.
Yes, if it doesn't calm down, I'm going to have to beat it.
I'm going to listen in.
He wanders off into the warehouse repurposed. Got quiet for a while.
Stop talking and tell me where it is. No, I don't have a receipt. Oh, he doesn't believe it's mine.
I'll send him a mess. I'll use message the cantrip. It's okay. Don't worry. He's just picking it up. I'm waiting outside. Yeah.
So Laurie goes back in.
Yeah.
Right then. Yeah, good boy. Yes, I can see you're hungry. Here, go try my arm.
His fingers. You hear like a banging sounds.
Oh God.
Laurie comes back out.
He's sleeping for the moment.
Oh God.
Did you kill him?
No. I just wrestled him a little bit. Once he couldn't get any air, he went straight to sleep. Now when he wakes up again, we'll try again and then keep repeating that until he learns.
How long? Okay. Well, get in there. Let's see what you're doing. I'm going to stand in the arena with him. And just watch.
So he goes in and he lays his hand on this thing, which wakes up and goes for him. So he punches it in the face and yelps.
Right, now. I'm going to call you Darius.
Oh, yes.
No, his name is Kong.
Kong Darius.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
He doesn't have a last name. He's a warg.
Kong.
He slaps the thing over the side of the face as he goes for him again. So he holds his mouth open.
Right. I think you've got him calm enough to ride.
This is a present for you, because I know you've had been praising Darius so hard, and no one really thinks about you. And I think this is a
that's
gift
not
from.
true. There's lots of people who think nice things about Darius.
Yeah. I think this is a gift from me to you, though.
Well, thank you, Reinhold. It's kind of you. I do. Normally people don't, I don't. Even on Darius Day, people don't really get me gifts. So.
Darius Day.
Well, let's go praise Darius with a nice new dragon head to go and put on the temple.
Yes. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Sleep.
Yeah.
I'll go and get on my pony and wait for him outside.
Okay. Alright, so he comes out, there's a length of leather wrapped around the warg's mouth.
Nice, yeah.
And he's on the back of it.
Well, look, I'm not sure I like it, but it was a gift, so.
It will serve its purpose, I'm sure. Look at those
Say
talons at the front.
Right, now move up next to that horse. Now! Punches in the side.
He's the
All right.
right man for the job.
So while Laurie is wrestling with that, Warg, is anybody getting on with business this morning, or are we setting off?
Setting
We're
off.
good, yeah.
That was what, a 6-hour shopping trip, I think.
Oh, we did well.
I would have just given Celine an extra 10 gold.
Super. Okay. So, you hit the road north, with a wagon clattering behind the bulk of the group.
I can afford a fancy wagon these days.
Are you all on with suspension?
And a cushion.
The cushions.
Oh, pushing
a
the boat out.
blanket.
Alright, so you get yourself a nice wagon, you get a cushion on it. It's got some little bounce on there, but the wagon moves along nicely. You still need a horse to pull it.
You've got Terence. Terence made it out of the forest because you took him into the forest, whereas the rest of us left him outside.
Alright.
I wrote about Terence.
Terence it is.
It was, I don't know where Terence came from. I think it was a Helvethian.
He probably would have been left at the tower though.
So you just head off.
Yeah.
I rode the dragon into
Misthouse.
Mist House. So I've got a horse and cart actually at the tower.
It's probably a stew by now. I mean, it's been tough times.
Oh my god! No! Terence!
Stew and blue, you've got to
Harry.
Charge me for a horse and a fancy cart.
Think more lasagna.
No. You can easily acquire a carton. It'll be fun. So you're about to head off north. You hit the road and you hear a distant, high-pitched noise, which gets louder and louder. You look round from above and you see Harbinger dropping on Altimo, eyes wide. Well, Altimo's wings out, and he gracefully hits the ground. Wasn't that great? Now imagine that they were the enemy and they saw that approaching. But I need you to put a bit more, we want to put terror in them, not terror in you.
We can never do that again.
Oh, you've made me the way you need me to be. I think it was destined.
No. Don't do that again.
I can't promise anything. Now, where's this dragon?
Toxic relationship with your own horse.
I'm just like hanging on the tail.
Yeah, Altimo tucks his wings back and he trots along with the rest of the horses. Nice. So you start making your way north.
To the tower.
It's only 10:05.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't have been surprised, really.
Would it
And we've
really,
done-
really be us if we didn't?
Tonight's
Zero
encounter.
planning.
But it's been fun.
No, we'll get to it. Okay, so yes, you head off on Monarch's Way, cut through the hills, and what's left of the Tower of Darius comes into view. Bit of a sorry start.
Everything gone from the second floor up, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's all wrecked by the dragon. The loose stonework is scattered all around the area.
I have plans.
Makes one of us.
Why do you build down into the... Well, stop the dragon attacking.
Oh, he's already
Done
done
that. Well, I'm working on that. That's a work in progress.
Need a couple of dwarfs on a team. They know what to do.
So what's the
That's a
plan?
bit racist.
So like a physical presence is,
Hello everyone, this is Kong. Pointing at
Yeah, I'm not going near Kong.
No, why?
Well, the moment you're in response to Kong, but I think I'm going to wean him out of it.
Good luck.
was a gift from Reinhold, and I think he's a bit sensitive about it, so let's be nice about it.
Yeah, Alpibo can be a little bit random, but you know his heart's in the right place. I'm not too sure that
Not
beast
so
has a
sure.
heart.
I don't know how.
Oh, it's a vicious monster that only lives to kill. I could see why he thought of me.
Whoever wants to kill.
Let's see if we can direct its anger at the right thing, shall we?
Yes, and if he dies, well, so much more glory for Darius.
Glory to Darius.
Yeah.
Instead of asking the creature what it wants.
I did ask it, and when it was aggressive, I punched it. It seemed to understand that. That is a language that all creatures speak. I speak common and violence.
Yes, you do. So do I.
Laurie 2022.
I also speak to animals and beasts.
Right, well, we won't need any of that. You'd only get too caught up on what they think. Well, that just leads to insanity. Next thing, you won't be able to eat your dinner. How are you going to do with your chicken if you know it's worried about all of its relatives?
Slowly.
Let's just focus on the dragon, Laurie. We'll talk about this later.
I was trying to focus on the dragon, and we spent a whole extra day here with me beating up Corim and going back to town to get this thing. The sooner we get going, the better.
Lead on.
Oh, I don't know where we're going. Corim, you said you knew where it was.
Just bear with me.
Oh, God.
I shall pull out some cards.
Oh. Oh.
Do we need to be
And
around
a-
you when you do this, Colin?
And a gold piece. And I'm going to cast Find the Path. Which is a normal set of cards. Not that set of cards.
I was being dangerous today.
Minute to cast, concentration up to 1 day. This spell allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to us. Are you looking it up now?
I am looking it up.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. You do have some. You are familiar with the location.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And an object from the location you wish to find.
Are you sure this is one of them? It's one of those coins.
Well, I'll use the satchel if nothing else. It's. Well, I'm not willing to do that just yet. Let's go with one of these coins.
All right.
Got the crystal ball.
Take a sec.
That from the location, the crystal ball.
Yeah. There's several items I could use. It's,
All right.
Which came from there.
So with that, you get the strong sense that you should head east.
Okay.
Which would take you in the direction of the swamp.
Okay. I believe it is this way.
Does it take account of terrain? This
It will take us on the fastest direct physical route, but not necessarily the safest.
Well, let's not go into the swamp. Let's carry on the road north.
Malia's got a cart.
Well, this is the shortest route.
But we think it's north, yes?
Well, that's what we think.
Can we at least get up to where the swamp or the mountains are? Because we know that there's a big lake here, east of us. Because we're like over here somewhere more, don't we? We're at
Taradarus.
Tower.
Taradarus.
Do not
So it could be
fancy-
going east and then north.
Yes, that's.
So- What's this? Are there roads up along here?
That is a river
River, but there's not roads up. There's not paths up beside
that
it.
you've seen.
I mean, we've travelled up that route before.
Well, you have got suspension now, so I suppose. We can't put it to the test.
Yes, but I wouldn't like to be trying to dig it out of a muddy bog.
How
No, but not as far as the swamp. Just
How
like
far-
further along it.
are you expecting to take the cart exactly? I mean, we are going to be
How
heading.
long are you planning to take your beast? I meant the thing you're riding, Laurie.
You do know that there is a large body of water between us and the island we are travelling to. I do not know how we will expect to get across that or get your cart across that.
I do not know. Quite sure how we will expect to get ourselves across it.
Well, we can do that via magical means.
How heavy is the cart? Roughly. I can create a disc and put it on it if it's not over £500.
Well, the horse
What do you
is
think,
fairly
Westman?
heavy.
It's good quality wood, this.
I'd say what, £150 maybe?
500 and 1,100 pounds. Oh, that's a
That's a golf cart.
A golf cart?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Full of batteries, isn't it?
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Heavy.
There you go.
The cart must be
1,300.
However, we did bring our sports equipment in case there's
Yeah.
time for a round.
Wooden carts.
and the
okay.
brewing. Yeah.
And the brewing gear. Excellent.
If we need
And
to
the-
A
These-
jar of yours.
Selection of tombstones. One
need-
for each of the party, just in case.
If we need to cross the swamp, I can turn some of us into eagles and we can fly past it.
I do not wish to be an equal. Well, that's
This
the
is-
problem when we get to it.
This is the way the magic is telling us to go.
Let us head east then. It's as far as the river.
Okay, it is.
Okay. So if you head directly east from here, you travel for some short distance through the hills before the land flattens out, starts to turn harder to travel by. You see the river heading south up ahead. You know from previous excursions this would be a river that you've crossed to get into the swamp. Hitting that, it heads towards the north where the mountains are.
What, the direction?
The river does, yeah. So you come through to this point,
Yes.
and then the river sort of flows in a north.
Where does his direction
My
sense tell
direction
us?
sense take us.
Yeah, it starts to head to a more a northeasterly route then.
Yes, it is pointing us more to the north now.
No barges on the river? We can nick.
It's the end of the river. Turn left.
Alright. So your group make your way along the side of this river for some time. Points the wheels of the wagon sink into the earth, and it takes some effort from Gartok and Laurie to help lift the wagon out of the soft ground. At which point you head a little bit further inland until the ground is firmer. You see no one on your journey. The odd animal, for sure, something spies you from the other side of the river, but no people, no hobgoblins, no gnolls, no orcs, no one else. It's almost eerily quiet as you carry on your journey. The mountains come closer and closer, until eventually you find yourself roughly in an area you don't think you've ever been before. The river is quite wide and strong at this point as it flows down the mountains. You can see a waterfall high up in the hills. It crashes out of the taller parts of the mountains and disappears to behind some crag that you don't see. But the water rushes violently out from the foothills, surging south. There is a bridge here, old, wooden, quite wide. Multiple posts have been hammered into the ground.
I'm going in, guys. I'm going in again.
The wood looks old, but there are no holes. It seems sturdy. Leads over to the opposite side where you can see there is more overgrown ground. Again, no one else around here.
Grass.
Plenty of it.
I'm going to try and see if we're being watched and this is a potential ambush point.
Okay.
Is that okay? Do you want this with disadvantage or just a normal roll? Perception.
Normal roll.
17.
Okay. You look at the long grass on the opposite side. You don't see figures, but you do spy a leg sticking out of the long grass.
What?
Just one leg, a human's. You think, certainly booted, looks like a booted leg. The rest of the body is concealed. But not far away you see there's what looks to be what passes for trees in this swamp area. One of these ones that grows up at wild angles. And that is broken not far away from where this body is. The wood is quite clean and fresh underneath, suggesting it's not been broken for very long.
Body ahead, single leg. Just
I can fly
there.
over with Altivo.
It's a part
I
of a
could
body then.
send Gremlin. So,
Send him over.
yeah, just to kind of.
Is that a new shape of gremlin?
I know you're not as pretty as Hooty. Calm down.
That is such an understatement for what's going on
Send
here.
this
It's
flying
idiot.
salmon over. And he banks over it gracefully.
That's it.
Going over it high up, you can see the leg belongs to a body. There's what looks to be an elderly man laying face down in the grass.
Okay. Land on him, Gremlin. See if he's sleeping.
You can't clearly see his feet. He's quite head to the side, but you're going to say grab down to land on it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
just,
god.
Just land on him. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You find that
Did you just look up Gremlin?
Dave's on Tinder. So Gremlin down and lands on the body. As he does it, the hand comes up weakly.
Does he look alive?
Yeah.
He's alive.
He's clearly on his way to Gar. I shall administer the last rites to him.
I'm gonna fly across.
I'm going to fly across.
Yeah.
Haste to
You're ready for this.
We're going to have an old lady versus
We're
Altivo.
just helping that man.
I think Gar's had enough souls for the last year.
Alright, well, let's be on alert in case
Getting overweight.
Yes, let's be on
Straight
the
to
not
his
just that, but
thighs.
this could be a trap.
Translate for me.
You wouldn't want this poor
Translate
lost person to be
Everybody be alert, he could
Stuck
be
in
an
the
evildoer. Weapons at the ready.
Altivo wants you to know this could be a trap.
I
Thank you,
can
Altivo.
cast healing through here, but I think Malamir wants to kill him.
He might be evil.
Let's fly across. Come
Might
on.
be full.
Come on.
not kill him. I'll not kill
Take
him. Shepherd.
Take care.
Oh, is that what we call it now?
Okay, well,
Well,
Harbinger takes
as a
off on
Darius
Altivo and
worshipper,
flies
what do
over
you
the
call
side
it?
I call it murder.
and then
You're quite
do
pleased
plenty of
with
it.
that, is he?
land not far away. Altivo puts you down gently, folding his wings in.
Good landing. I
Yeah.
like that.
He lifts up
Keep
one
an eye on the
hoof.
bridge in the area to see if anything underneath or over the bridge when this is happening.
The tree branch, massive crack, something heavy I'm guessing landed on it or brushed past it, but that's a hell of a weight to break that, and that's recent.
Yeah, I'll drop my visor.
Okay.
As we ride over, I'll look around at the surroundings.
Okay.
Get Altivo to approach.
Make
them.
a survival check for me.
A survival. I'm not gonna be good at this. Not good at all. What am I rolling? Wow. Okay, I don't know why I rolled with it, but it's gotta be a fail because I don't know why I rolled with advantage. I thought it was
4 and
perception.
7.
Yeah, so let's just take it was the 4, so I've got a 3.
That's it. Visor. See, fuck all.
Yeah. Okay. So you start approaching the body. Is that what you do?
Yes.
I'm going to start heading over the bridge.
Yeah, starting
Yeah,
over
so
the
bridge.
I'll wait
I'll
till
unhook myself.
Okay.
Run over.
I don't see anyone.
If the others
Altivo
go,
lifts
run
up,
over.
up one of his feet and you try to just land in the ground.
Okay, and I'll slide off. walk over tentatively.
You're still connected.
I won't hook myself.
Okay.
I would say. Yeah.
Get the tether off.
Yeah.
So Altiba sort of sidesteps around.
It's a crack.
Oh, covering you, mistress.
I'll go over. Is Gremlin still there?
Yeah, standing
Off,
and sitting on him.
Calm down. Assume he's good before he's evil. Okay.
When does that ever work?
I will go to the guy.
True member of the PTSD crew.
Are you okay, sir?
He rolls up. You've seen the guy before when you were walking down the mountains. Same time Corin cast his temple before.
Oh yeah.
It's him, is it?
Is he really old?
What's the old guy came wandering?
Yes, he's the.
Possibly an avatar.
Yes.
Are you alright?
He opens his eye.
How did you?
Close his eyes again.
Oh my god, out of character, I know. Oh, fuck. You're gonna do something horrible to me, I know this. I will go over and I will lay on hands and I will give him 5 points of healing to try and revive him.
Okay, so you see some of his wounds. He's got what look like.
He actually has got wounds.
He has got wounds.
Okay.
So they knit up a fraction.
Okay.
Isn't he? Very noble of you.
Are you alright?
No,
What
obviously not. I had a small fracas. And as he speaks, you can see his wounds start to open again.
What's happening? I will place my hand on
Got
him
into a fight.
and I will use a cleansing touch on him. So if he's willing, any spell effect will end on him. To try and get rid of the wound.
Okay. Cast that on him. A surge of power flows from Darius into him. So strange to feel, Darius. Are they all here?
Yes. Corin, I need your help.
What is it?
His wounds, they're reopening.
What wounds does he have? I'll inspect him.
Yeah, so he's got several slashes across his body. They're unusual. They don't look like sword marks. Don't know. Yeah, he's got slashes all over his body. Looks like a cart ran into him.
What has happened to you?
I don't think it will make much difference what you do. My spirit is depleted. That much has been taken away from me. Now there's only a portion of me left inhabiting this shell.
Who has done this to you?
A pale man. He set upon me and fought me. And I relished it. But he was so powerful.
Did he have a name?
He did not say anything.
Was he armoured?
I'll make sure I'm within 10 foot of Corin.
No. He wasn't armoured. But he smiled the whole time. He fought me.
A pale man. You are not without your own power, I suspect.
Now I have nothing. Look. Extend his hand towards you as if to cast a spell. Son of a bitch. Nothing.
We know that their spirits try to enter a host.
Yes.
Are you dying?
I'm getting further away. He has me.
Who has you?
Where did he go, this pale man?
After he beat me, he carried on. He points to the north.
If you're stood there as well, Dallas, try and stand 10 foot away from you both. Or anyone who gets close.
Yeah, I'll probably be in that circle.
Stay close.
This is the man who
I say that one, is it?
gave us a blessing, is it not?
What? Before you had your fight.
I remember I used a blessing and it helped.
Well, it would be a good fight. You are victorious.
Can this man not be healed?
It may be a curse.
My wounds are not external.
Who's killed your spirit?
He's taken it.
There's not much really can be done for that.
I know. I should expect Gar soon.
Malamir.
I'm coming!
On for the road.
Turned out you were right all along.
Do we need this man alive?
I don't know him. You know him more than I.
Is there nothing that can be done for you?
If it's eating his
You
soul.
helped us previously. And if it is within our power, I would repay the favour.
I don't know.
Remember how we helped Burn when she was dying? And how I helped Burn?
Bacon.
Put the soul into the mace.
Chaos ideas.
It is worth a try.
Isn't that just the same as a bird? Exactly the same vessel for someone to come about and then get them in them.
He has helped us, he has not harmed us. And he may be able to aid us.
Did
Again.
Silver ever harm?
Who was this pale man who you could not defeat? Was he
Did you say anything?
Was he
How much of
one?
his spirit is left?
Was he the same as you?
No.
He was.
I am Zul. And despite my appearance, I should have been able to beat him. I should be able to beat anyone.
Nonsense!
Peace.
Horseshit. You're an old man!
Could beat him, but
Try it.
he had a whip. It hit me over and over again. He shrugged off every power I used on him. Then he whipped me repeatedly while I was down. When I could fight no more, he knelt over me, placed his hand on my chest and drew me out.
So what's left? What are we talking to if your soul is gone?
memory in this body belonged to someone else. And now I feel myself going away.
Okay, I'll give it a go. I'll cast Greater Restoration on him.
That's usually is a part of Darius. The peace aspect of Darius.
Cast Greater Restoration on him.
Where am I?
Yeah, I thought it might. What's your name, sir?
Gordon.
Gordon. Welcome to the world of
Gordon.
Gordon. Welcome to the world of the living, Gordon.
Not Gordon before.
Oh, I think I'll get him. Ah!
On the back of the car.
Is he dead now?
No, he is
He's a new man.
very much alive.
He didn't look very much alive.
I'm badly injured. What's happened to me? You? Looking round at you with all of your weapons. I don't think I have any money.
We came across your body. We thought you may have been dead to begin with. Obviously, you have suffered some form of attack, which has rendered you unconscious for
Terrible.
a while.
Robbers, do you think? Bandits?
Possibly. I could not say. Are you which town do you hail from?
I come from Bleudor.
I see. Well, Breedor is far to the west of here.
What am I doing here, then?
I do not know.
We found you here.
Body was obviously brought out here.
Well, help me to my feet and I'll point me in the way and I'll try and get back home. My wife will be worried.
What do you remember of Brewer?
A fine place, well protected. Not a place to wander outside of too loosely. There's roving bands of orcs to the north, making a mess of the valley. Grass stretches on as far as you can see up there.
What year is it?
How do we measure such things?
Who rules in Brewer?
Oh, well, it is ruled over by Setnis.
Right, I'm going to cast a spell. I wanted to save this for later because I've carried it for a specific reason.
It's dawn, isn't it?
No.
I can't microwave.
No. I'm sure it was fifth level. No, it is. Yeah. Legend lore.
Hey.
So I'm going to name or describe a person, place, or object. I'm going to name
You've
this.
seen the material costs.
I was just about to say that. It's 250 gold's worth of incense.
Yeah. Which
4
there's.
ivory strips.
Yeah. That's fine. I have a little money.
Well, no, you've got to get that before you spaff it. You can't just spend. There's no shop round here.
Do you have a bunch of incense?
I did buy a lot of incense actually.
We had a fucking bag load of it.
Yeah, I've got 75 gold on me. That's for divinations.
Incense, I've got $3,400
I've just got
Cast
barrels
it.
being rolled behind me everywhere I walk.
Are you going to get pulled over by the militia?
You're dealing in incense. Got
Bit more than personal use.
in the land.
Smells a bit weedy around here.
Excuse me, sir.
This
You've been
is why-
smoking something soon.
This is why we have to have a car everywhere.
I'm surprised we're
Not
not
only
followed by an
bags,
entourage.
but
No.
Saddlebags.
That's it. Filled
I
with
suppose you can fit
incense.
quite a lot.
There's reliquaries and weird shit everywhere.
Eye of Newt. What the fuck am I doing?
No, I needed the incense because I was casting Hallow. That's one of the
Yeah.
Hallow things. So I think it's is it 1,000 gold of incense? Yeah.
Been ordered from China, ain't you?
No, I don't know where I got. We had a load of it.
Wish, not great quality.
Where did we get that last batch from? We shared it out. There was a couple of us that shared it
You
out.
built a load from Mr. Haas before it got invaded. You shot and I remember you getting an absolute crackload of incense.
Well, I bought a load because I needed it for the tower.
Well, anyway, regardless where it came from, you've got a bunch in your character sheet. So we're going to cast this spell, are we?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And I'll name this Cedrus, was it you said his name was? Or Cedrus?
Just your fucking money, you rich bastard. I got conned.
What, that?
Oh, the platinum. Yeah,
That's the total.
Yeah. That's, I figured that bit out.
But you don't. But you don't know that.
Focus.
So,
It's fine.
It's paid once a year, 1,000 gold.
the Lord of Briudor, who ruled, but was seen as such by the people of Briudor, but it was well known that he was subservient to the real rulers of this land, that being the avatars. It was very difficult for him to make any concrete decisions, as whichever avatar would roll through the town would make a bunch of proclamations about their own desires. Led to a whole period of disarray, changing direction. A puppet ruler.
Well, sir, I don't know how to tell you this, but I do not think Briudor is the place it once was. It's been destroyed.
What has happened?
Utterly. I do not know how you got here, but I can tell you that Briudor has been ruins for many, many years.
He's trying to struggle back to his feet at this point. Like 3 or 4 years. How would I not remember 3 or 4 years?
You're possessed.
I think. Well, I do not know exactly, but obviously the time period we are in now is not the time period that you remember.
What do you mean?
I would suspect that many hundreds of years have passed.
Many hundreds of years?
Since the time you remember to today.
There was another voice speaking out of your mouth when we found you. Coram here, remove that voice. You are now what remains.
But my wife, Sura.
I'm afraid that she is now dust.
Most likely.
She's dead, Dave.
Everybody's dead. I'll go over and help him up.
It's a lot to take in. Better rip off the bandage and slowly take it off.
I'm gonna have to see it for myself.
We're gonna heal. I'll give him another 5 points.
Stand more upright. I don't know where I am. Where is Briudor from here?
It is to the west.
But it is ruled by. You would not be welcomed there.
If I was you, I would head to the southwest. There's a town there called Misthass. You would find more of a welcome there.
You might know it as Gilcas.
On the sea?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been renamed since then, and it was likely a very different place from anything that you knew.
Alternatively, do you know the Tower of Darius? No. If you head to the southwest for maybe a few hours, and then look directly to the west, you should see a large pillar of rock. And what remains of a tower sits upon that rock. If you go there and mention my name, Corin, you will receive lodging there.
The spire of rock in the hills.
Yes.
The demon's finger.
Is that what it was known as? In
It's
your
an
time?
isolated piece of rock that sticks up in the hills. There's no tower on it.
Well, that must be the place.
There is not much of a tower on there now either.
Yes, well,
Look, regardless of what you say, I'm going to have to... I need to lay my eyes on it. I'm
Well-
sorry, I know you've helped me, but I don't know you.
Are you armed?
He looks down at him.
Does he have a satchel? Does he have anything on it?
He has a satchel.
Does it look similar to the other satchels?
yeah, does it?
No, it's a plain satchel.
Well, would you mind if I just make sure you've got everything you need? I'm going to hold my hand out for the satchel. Here, I have some food and I have some. I'm going for the satchel.
Okay. Here.
Yeah, I'm going to open it up.
Okay. So you look in
Look
there.
in
There's what looks like some. There's some food, but it's like looks like it's been in there for a while. It's not
Yeah.
fresh. On top of everything, there's what looks like a scroll wrapped up, tied with a bit of leather.
Okay.
And then under that, there's a few meagre items of not particular interest.
Anything feel magical?
No.
Okay. I'm going to put the food wrap in there. I'm going to get a weapon as well, dagger as well. Also put in there, I'm taking the scroll.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to nab the scroll.
Okay. And make a sleight of hand check.
16.
He's looking around and picks up a stick to put his weight on, but doesn't notice you take the scroll out of the satchel.
I could have Altivo flying back to the tower.
He wishes to see Breedle. It is.
I can hear what you're saying, don't you?
Do you not care about this man?
We need to get the dragon. Focus.
He just had an avatar. An avatar of Darius.
This is like looking after the horses. Escort the man back to the tower, and then I don't see you for 2 weeks.
Fine.
If it's the right thing to do, then I'll do it. And of course, I'll follow every command you give me because I'm just so goddamn loyal. But I'm telling you, this is not going down well. It's like you want to
So
get
the
rid
man
of me.
seems to want to go back to Breedle, so you want to fight the dragon instead, that's fine.
What is your bidding, mistress?
Are you sure you don't want assistance? Say to the man. Are you sure you don't want to go back to the tower first? We can take you to Breedle in the future.
I know these lands. I've seen these mountains all my life. I don't know exactly where I am now, but I know the peaks. I can find my way there.
It's dangerous. I don't know if it was dangerous then, but it is definitely dangerous now.
Well, if what you say is true and Sora is gone, then I would welcome Gar's embrace if danger was there.
We can't help everybody.
If you give me 10 minutes, I will be able to show you what Broodall looks like now.
He seems to have noticed you for the first time properly, taking in your visage. No, thank you. I don't wish to see an illusion, or I want to see it with my own eyes.
See there?
Can I inspect the branch
Okay.
that's snapped off?
From the tree nearby, yeah. Okay.
So is there any way of telling what maybe has caused?
An immense amount of force. It looks like it is a break rather than anything that's cut through it, and it's through part of the main trunk of the tree rather than branch.
And are there any marks on the bit that's on the floor to indicate what maybe has hit it or?
Well, as you're looking around more, you can see that several there's quite a few indications of similar damage around the area.
Okay.
Judging by things you've done in the past, a significant fight occurred here. There is sign of magic here. There's burning.
I'm going to turn around, walk away from the group, and just have a quick eyeball at that scroll.
It's so you just, first thing, it's the first word is harbinger.
Okay.
Scroll and roll a bit further.
Yeah, you keep reading.
It says, first moves on me. See you soon.
Send Harbinger a message, get a little bit of copper call, and just a moment of your time, please. Just not facing the group, just pointing over.
Reinhold not doing a great job of being with his.
Or just kind of nonchalantly.
So it says Harbinger.
First moves on me.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Like Harbinger is addressed
To you, yeah. That was in his pack. Yeah, dancing to the tune of someone else's.
keep this piece of paper.
Do you recognise the handwriting?
I doubt it. I recognise the handwriting. I recognise the parchment.
A4. It's 20 GSM.
20 GSM, that's flimsy.
I don't know my papers.
This could be
It's
used.
got to be an 80 GSM at least.
This could be used for
Tracking.
scrying. Maybe. I don't know how it works. Maybe possession.
You speak to gotta have a word with Dramos, but yeah. I think we need to send him on his way and carry on, but
Yeah. Have we encountered anyone with a whip, pale-faced person before?
Well, if we get moving, then maybe we will. It seems to be heading in the same direction as we are.
Destroyed this guy. This
The
whip.
only creature I can recall with a whip is the demon we found in England. But he wasn't a small little creature.
That was fire. Yeah.
We've only seen one person who has this sort of ability. We know Morthal and Ravran and his group can suck magic out of people. This is more than magic, but we know that they captured at least one of the Avatar, and they drained him.
Yes.
We've not seen him Avatar since.
okay.
Are you on your way, Gordon? Good luck in your travels.
I know I was brusque, but I do need to see this for myself. And
I understand. It is your
anyway,
home.
When you have the Tower of Darius,
The demon's finger,
the
as you knew
demon's
it.
finger as you knew it, it's now
It's under our control.
reclaimed as a temple to Darius.
well, if I see it and it's like you say, I shall head south, and then we'll see.
Were you a worshipper of Darius?
No.
I am Harbinger.
Strange name, but harbinger.
Corim as he introduced, and I'll go through the rest of the group just in case.
My prayers would have gone to Adonet.
One of the
Which split is that?
one of the old gods.
I'm away. Puts his way on the stick and starts moving away from the group.
Paradox, God of truth.
Oh, okay.
I'll say may Adanet bless you.
And God.
Okay.
May God following your
He's
footsteps.
I believe you might know him as Rebius.
Right. I'll still be concentrating
Different
on
names, same names.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, if you trundle your wagon over the bridge,
We look for tracks. Who's good at tracking? We should see if there's any tracks
Yes.
for this
Certainly.
pale man who headed north.
Pale
Take
man,
a
pale
look.
traps.
Take a look.
man.
that's logic.
Thank you.
What do we know? What do we know of him? Is he?
He has wonderful handwriting.
Is he a
Does he
large
have
man? Is he a?
He has nicely spaced, immaculate handwriting.
Oh my god.
Dainty fingers.
Well, there was.
Must be dainty fingers.
Large print.
There's lots of. Oh,
Italic.
It's
Oh,
written
printed.
for me, that's
see
how
if you
you
can
know.
see a single set
How
of
about
Sans
to go
serif.
with
This
Sans
big.
of
serif.
any kind heading away.
He's a modern gentleman.
Yeah.
So
Clearly for me.
I'll guide myself and I'll look for a single set of footprints that look like they're heading off with purpose.
Give me your survival check.
What I'm looking for. 19 total.
Alright. You do indeed find around here where there are footprints all over, showing indication of the fight that took place between this gentleman who's disappearing in the distance now and this other figure. The other figure's footprints are larger. But the fight finishes and it looks like the larger figure stays near the body for a while and then moves off to the northeast, the direction you're heading.
For reference, I would have guided you around and pointed it all out to you. You've gone that way.
Oh, I see that now, yes. We should follow.
Yes.
Alright.
You haven't mentioned about the thing yet, have you?
Oh,
We would have told the
this huge piece of paper.
bed sheet.
I don't know. Well, I'll show you. Can you scry from something like this?
Once was someone
Right.
else's possession.
Aid is a possession, but not. We can try later, maybe.
I'll keep this as that.
What does it say again?
It says
Harbinger, the first move is on me, see you soon.
Some sort of
No
poster
signature.
chess game.
No signature, I don't think.
An interesting concept.
We don't
Yeah,
think
what
it's
should I
your.
write back?
Sending chess.
Sending.
I don't think it's
Game,
your.
that is.
Some of the best are.
The one who you used to worship.
Wait. Surely this is not the first move. Surely we're on move like 30.
We saw one
Did the
brought through the portal.
Did the
Maybe
big
not.
blue skinned guy have a whip?
The
The
genie.
genie.
Genie, the one we, the one that was over
Sales
in
dad,
that
wasn't it?
The pyramid.
took Verticus.
I don't
The
recall.
large blue skinned demon type creature.
I was not there for the full rescue of Verticus.
You're talking about the one that was.
Blue
Bone
skin.
whips, wasn't it?
Wait, are you talking about Scale?
Last one.
Scars,
Which is
yeah.
He
Scale.
was like a big black swirling mist, right? We saw him in
There was
Outland
an entity surrounded by mist.
with the other Harbinger as well.
No, it wasn't. There was another entity that was definitely blue. We rescued Verticus.
No judgment on blue people.
When we rescued
No.
Verticus.
Yes.
That was a while ago.
It was in.
Shall
we
we
went
continue
through, and there was a
while we
round
talk?
chamber.
Oh, that's right.
But
This
this
was
thing-
in the middle.
But this thing was just outside it, and it was named one. Oh. It was like Skelis
Yeah,
or
let's
Skelic
keep on.
or
Skeleton.
Skelon.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
It wasn't the mist thing.
That's this. The mist is definitely.
It did come
Scale.
back. It did come back surrounded by mist later on when we were fighting it by the river. or by some chasm or something. My vague memory.
Your group moves on, heading east, following Corim's direction. You're hugging the southern part of the mountains now, and you can see the range continues on your left as far as you can see. The ground becomes harder to move on, particularly for the wagon. But you get to the point where you start to see the estuary ahead. It butts right up against this sheer cliff of the mountains, and the water is ejected from the mountains 100 foot up, spraying down into the estuary. And as you look up, you can see that there is carved into the rock steps which go up to where this waterfall is, and built above the peak of the waterfall is a large wooden structure consisting of a number of buildings, but built over the water itself. So the water continues under the building and then sprays out. And your indication points north now.
That is interesting.
Heading directly north.
Here.
There. Really, you're looking at this point here. So that water sprays out into a waterfall, which then continues down to the estuary. There's what looks like a cluster of buildings built onto a bridge which goes over the top of that river. And it's a good distance up. There are stone steps leading up to there.
How wide are the steps?
These steps are about 10 foot wide, so they're quite wide.
Okay.
Heavily sprayed with water, though, from the waterfall.
Well, the cart's going to have real fun getting at that.
I don't think the cart's going to be able to get up
I don't think it is.
I shall deploy the balloon.
I suggest the horses and the wolf makes trouble.
That'll be fine.
How wide are the
10
steps?
foot.
It's about 10 foot wide.
10 foot.
10 foot wide, but how
And deep, yeah.
deep?
Yeah.
How deep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there enough? Is it like enough for a foot, 2 foot?
Oh, I see what you
Horse.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be a struggle for horses to go up these steps.
Does the area look pretty?
Yeah, it's
Picturesque.
very scenic. With the waterfall coming down like this, the glistening rocks, the estuary to the south.
Oh, bedtime.
Good night.
Time to rest.
Is there another means around? Looking around? Is there across the water?
You could continue on east. I mean, that would mean fording the water here because you've got the waterfall now effectively coming into the estuary. But you can see beyond more mountains stretching on that way.
Well, there's a
Wouldn't mind just carrying on.
there's a path
Just
that
got
leads
this
up.
horse.
There's a path that leads up. Why don't we follow it?
Can we see any movement in the between the houses?
Perception check.
No.
It's quite high up, so it's not
Got
terribly
water,
surprising.
water in my eyes.
Whereabouts is the sun?
You'd do better than I did.
Whereabouts is the sun? You've travelled for a good time now, so it's over here.
So the sun's kind of casting shadows.
Yes.
No.
So is it kind of like dim light?
No.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
So we can use the cloak. That's what I'm thinking. So let me just read the cloak properly before I go naff on it.
So I guess we can always tie up horses and carts, take a walk up
Okay.
to the houses, see if there's anyone there.
Just have a look.
Get them
I
to
will
carry
be-
up the cart over the thing.
How high up do we think the bridge is?
Around about 100 foot.
I'll be back. I'm going to
Sorry, go on.
grip the edges of my cloak and start running forwards and turning to a bat.
Alright.
Oh my god.
And start
So
lining up,
grip the
making
edge
sure
of
I
it.
stay to the dimly lit areas.
The edges of the cloak expand and lift you up the air, pulling you up. You glide straight up with the water from the waterfall skimming past you. You get up and just over the lip of the top. You want to land on
Yeah, essentially I'm going to land on kind of like the top of the bridge part and kind of start looking in to see, and then start scouting around as stealthily as possible.
You come up a little bit above and then just drop down quite. Can you make a stealth check for me?
Find that creaky flank. Oh.
Let's try and find a bat here.
Have you actually turned into a bat, or is it a...
I can polymorph into a bat, keeping my intelligence and a few other bits and bobs.
It's a shame that hasn't been improved.
But I've got to find speed. Let's read this. So I've got a flying speed of 40 foot. Dex plus 2, and that's what's used for stealth. Would I still have advantage? Because the cloak gives me advantage on stealth.
Yes.
That's a massive 12.
Right. So you come up and land on the side. You look out towards the span that goes over the bridge. You can see there's several buildings here now in relatively good condition. There's a cluster of people out on the bridge looking over the edge. And that's where we'll leave it.
Okay. Ooh, you people. Let's kill him. So, just one word, one wrong word. Have you heard about the message of fate? Laurie, they said Darius is a pussy.
What?
Which could be the new mistas. The last one we seem to have wrecked.
Yeah.